Well, good morning, chat. It's your boy Big Ghost Rider here, man. If you guys haven't liked the video, go ahead, double tap that screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. We live on location here, baby, in the Hudson Valley, big New York City, man, within the New York City metropolitan area. You guys jump down there in the comments for me too. You know what I'm saying? You guys say hello, say good morning, you know what I'm saying, and join the conversation. Like what I want to do, man, like I did this before on the stream, I want to start off, man, talking to the Black Americans who voted for President Trump. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't vote for President Trump, but I could say that, I understand, or I can see a reason why some Black Americans did vote for him. You know what I'm saying? Due to the actions of his administration, we're going to talk about that. He improved the support with the Black community during to some of the actions of his administration during his first term. But what I'm trying to say is though with Black MAGA is I want to know how they feel about Iran. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the policies of a president and you talk about, the support that you have for a president because you voted for him. It don't matter what color you are. I just want for the people in here who watch it or you don't know me, you know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know, Donnie and them, the people who come in the stream, they know me. But for everyone else who don't know me, I just want to let you guys know that it don't matter what race you are. But because President Trump celebrated Black History Month a couple of days ago at the White House, this morning we're going to talk about the Black people, some of who was at his White House, or those were some of the most influential ones in the country who was at the White House, you know what I'm saying, celebrating Black History Month. So that's what we're talking about, President Trump, Black History Month celebration at the White House. We're going to talk about Black MAGA first, and then we're going to talk about that celebration. Guys, if y'all haven't liked the video, go ahead, double tap the screen for me. If you're on a cell phone, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, guys. Also, guys, I just want to let y'all know once more, right before we get started, we out here in NYC in the Hudson Valley, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys, y'all jump down in the comments, man. Y'all say good morning. Who in the stream this morning? Y'all, man, say good morning. Jump down in the comments, say hello. Man, it's so gorgeous out here, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I spend most of all my time out here, man. But this episode number 51, man, we got business to get to. So we're going to go ahead and get to the business. You know what I'm saying? As I said, President Trump, he did a celebration at the White House, you know what I'm saying, days ago. and he had a bunch of black Americans at the White House. Now, when we get to the news story, you know what I'm saying? Right at this current moment, President Trump might not realize this, but at this current moment, there's a lot of black people in America who are upset with him because of that post that he did with the Obamas. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys, if y'all haven't been living under a rock, President Trump, he posted posts, you know what I'm saying, on the internet with the Obamas depicted as monkeys. Look, I'm going to say this. Me, over my time and over my years of observing politics, I never thought for one moment that President Trump was racist. See what I'm saying? It's like, I understand politics more than the average person. If you go back to almost every single Republican president, the last Republican president before President Trump was President Bush. How many of you guys were alive and y'all remember the politics during President Bush's administration? President Bush a lot of times was accused of being racist. And that's what I've said. I said, like, you know, it's not identity politics. It's just who the Republicans pander to. And America's becoming more brown, so they have to get more diverse. But I'm saying, like, when I looked at President Trump, like, I knew Donald J. Trump, not personally, but I knew of Donald J. Trump. I think most of all of us did. Excuse me, y'all. I knew of Donald J. Trump before he became president. You know what I'm saying? I seen President Trump in the black community, like with P. Diddy, with 50 Cent, you know, Mike Tyson and Don King. You know what I'm saying? I seen President Trump in the black community. So I didn't think that he was racist, even though I knew of his past. I said all that to say this, guys. When I seen that post at the White House, I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? When I seen that post that he made of the Obamas, and of course he said he didn't make it. He said a staffer made it. But I seen that post that he had of the Obamas, and when I seen that post, it kind of threw me for a loop. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a bridge too far. I think when President Trump posted it, he didn't think about or realize the reaction that he would get from the black community or the harm that it would cause. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses for his actions. I don't make excuses for my own actions. I'm not going to make excuses for no man's actions. Y'all digging that? But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I don't think he understood what was going on. Now, that being said, the question that I started with is for Black MAGA. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Black American and you voted for President Trump, feel free to jump down in the comments, man, and let me know. But if you're a Black American and you voted for President Trump, my question to you guys are, do you guys support the war in Iran? Because Make America Great Again and America First, those are parts of President Trump's movement. Those are parts of his coalition in which he became president. You understanding that? So I'm saying, if I'm thinking about the America First coalition, the first splinter I think of President Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in stark opposition of foreign wars, especially in the Middle East. I said all that to say this. So Nick Fuentes, he comes out, and I mean, I've never heard, guys, first of all, I say I don't agree with nothing Nick Fuentes says. I think Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist, or he's at least cosplaying like a white supremacist. Why you would do that, who knows? Maybe for money. Who knows? But he either is or he's cosplaying as one. So I'm saying, though, even though he's a very starch and strong supporter of President Trump. So Nick Fuentes comes out and says, like, they are completely, and I'm talking about he gets millions of views. He's got millions of followers. He said they are completely against that war in Iran. Completely. And these are people who support President Trump, who attack VP Harris. And now it's like, in his own words. I'll play it for you guys in a second. Like he's questioning. This is a President Trump supporter now, and I'm talking about the bombs in Iran. They haven't fell yet, but they're very close to falling. Very close. I think President Trump gave him like a 10 or 15-day ultimatum. If you guys know the Iranians and the history of that regime as we do, you know what I'm saying? I think that regime is like on a suicide mission. Real talk, like kamikaze mission. I really do. You know, I mean, I've heard the supreme leader like disrespect President Trump and America and Israel since, you know what I'm saying? You had like I'm saying for the people who are like, oh, he just want to tell. I heard him talking about a senator. They're telling President Trump to attack Iran. They're telling President Trump to attack Iran. Well, yeah, I'm telling them too. Come find me. Y'all, I showed y'all where I was. I'm in NYC in the Hudson Valley. I'm telling them to attack them too. I'm saying you got the military buildup in the Middle East. You giving them the option to make a deal, guys. Y'all are too aggressive. Y'all are you got terrorist organization. Europe has labeled the Iranian military as terrorist organization. They own very military. Not just Hamas, not just Hezbollah. I'm saying they using the money they get from that oil, because they got a lot of oil in Iran, and they using that money to buy missiles and try to build up a military. Instead of feeding their people, people who are starving. And I'm saying on top of that, I'm saying you moving the hardware, the aircraft carriers out in the Gulf. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And you giving them an ultimatum. And I'm saying they're doing military drills with Russia while you trying to make a deal with them. I'm saying what you supposed to do. We're talking about a regime that slaughters thousands of its citizens. Guys, how upset were we at President Trump when Renee Good got killed? How upset were we, guys, at President Trump when Alex Peretti got killed? I'm saying that's 2 American citizens. And that was a big deal, not just in America. It's a big deal internationally. But what I'm saying is, imagine you living under a regime that don't just kill 1 or 2, they kill thousands. Over 10,000 people reported to have been killed by the Iranian regime since the start of those protests a few months ago. So what I'm saying is President Trump, he got the aircraft carriers in position. And like I said before, prior to Nick Fuentes coming out and saying anything, if you have a prolonged conflict, I'm saying before it even starts, somebody who has went against VP Harris, has talked bad about her, is questioning if he should have voted for her. I know he probably just a lot of that blowing smoke, but they mad. I told you, these are President Trump supporters. They mad about that Iranian conflict and what's coming. Ghosts ain't mad. I'm telling you, they mad. I think it's a necessary evil. Good morning, Donnie. How are you doing, my brother? I think the war in Iran is a necessary evil, but you being a libertarian, Donnie, and you being black, even though you're not, do you identify as MAGA? I don't think you identify as MAGA, but I'm saying for the black people who voted for President Trump, how do you guys feel about a war in the Middle East or the United States attacking Iran? I would like to know that. That's important to me. If there's Hispanics in the chat who voted for President Trump, it ain't got to be black MAGA. It could be Hispanics too. I would like to know, how do y'all feel about another war in the Middle East? I'm not just talking about America striking targets within Iran, because that's to be expected. You say, Ghost, what kind of operation you would run. I would say if I ran any kind of operation in Iran, it has to be regime change. I know Big P himself that it is impossible, I would think, right, Donnie? It's impossible for the United States to do in Iran what they just did in Venezuela with Maduro, snatch the supreme leader or execute him, or chop off the head, take care of the leadership in Iran. Is it possible for the United States to do that without the less casualties as possible? Because I'm saying, man, like three weeks into a full on military conflict, in my opinion. Now, like I said, I can't represent Black MAGA because I didn't vote. I didn't vote for President Trump, but I would think for the majority of Americans now, this isn't just Black MAGA. This is all Americans speaking as an independent, represent 46% of the Americans. Independents represent 46% of America, more than you Republicans, more than you Democrats. Donnie, I'm sorry, more than the Libertarians, more than the Green Party, the Independents. That's the growing party. That's a populist movement. You know what I'm saying? So the Independents, the majority of Americans, I would say for 1,000% fact that, man, over 3 weeks or 4 weeks of a sustained military conflict in Iran, I would say the majority of the Americans, they would start getting a little uneasy, to say the least. What you guys think? You know what I'm saying? I asked the question to Black MAGA because we finna talk about, you know what I'm saying, President Trump celebrating Black History Month at the White House. That's news. But even bigger news is the Iranian conflict. Because I'm saying America got one aircraft carrier over there, and they got now a second one on the way. And you know President Trump, for President Trump not to attack Iran if they don't make a deal, that would make him look extremely weak. At a time when I'm talking about, you know, Iran, that's Russia and China's ally. And Russia and China are trying to exert themselves as world powers on the world stage. China getting a bunch of nuclear weapons, got the second biggest economy, Russia attacking Ukraine. Man, I heard Putin, he like telling President Trump that, you know what I'm saying, he's not in support of the embargo or whatever on Cuba, and he's still going to try to do business with Cuba and prop Cuba up. I'm saying that wouldn't have happened in 2007. Not nothing against President Trump. I'm just saying it was the state of the world politics, just to show y'all that Russia and China. So it's important, in my opinion, for America, if America want to maintain its stance as still the leader amongst the leaders now on the world stage, especially with a nation like Iran, which is really close allies to Putin and China, your biggest geopolitical foes. I'm saying you can't be weak with them. Not only that, what about the 10,000 people that are being killed or have been killed, and the 1,000 others that have been killed by the Iranian regime? And not only that, like, I'm just thinking, like, if you remove that regime in Iran, I think that's the way to ultimate peace in the Middle East. Ultimate peace. I think that regime in Iran is the last piece of the puzzle. I'm talking about, you guys got to go back a little bit with me. You know, you got Saddam Hussein, he gone. You got Gaddafi, he gone. I'm saying you got a lot of militant, Islamic militant type dictators. Just like the one in Iran, that's the last one left. I think you get rid of him. I think you have a really good chance in having peace over there for a while, at least. That's what I think. I'm saying Hezbollah. I'm talking about Iran has armies. This is how they spend their money. They spending their money on armies. I'm talking about terrorist organizations with weapons to attack Israel and Israel's allies. So yes, I'm for regime change in Iran, but I would like to know, how does the black people or the Hispanic people feel about a prolonged conflict with Iran? Because that's finna happen. I don't know about prolonged. I don't know about the strategy. I'm not speaking for the White House. I'm just saying, if a Ghost has any advice for the White House, a prolonged conflict, I would definitely be against, and I think the American people will be against. I'm going to read Donnie's comment. We're going to discuss that, and then y'all guys know Nick Fuentes. Now, like I said, I don't support the guy, man. That's not the point about me supporting him. The point is that he's an ardent President Trump supporter. Definitely hate the Democrats. He don't like Jews. He don't like black people. He don't like nobody over here with us. You feel me? He can't stand white liberals. So I'm saying, like, but he all the way over there with them. But that's what America First is about. That's what President Trump's coalition about. Donnie being a libertarian and a black man. I'm saying libertarian really is its own party, right, Donnie? But they, with the Republicans, I'm saying President Trump built a coalition. And the mainstay of his coalition is that they are not for no foreign wars. And I told you the day by day that America has sustained military action in Iran, the cries of protest are going to get louder and louder. And I don't know if President Trump and the Republicans can afford that. Donnie says, Ghost, if Iran kills 100,000 of its own people, how is that a U.S. issue? Can anyone explain that to me? This is how my response to that. Are you a human being? Yes or no, Donnie? Are the Iranians human beings? It's not about a U.S. issue, Donnie. The United States is just a border. It's about a human issue. These are human beings, Donnie. They have souls. They have lives. They have feelings, Donnie. They have dreams, Donnie, just like me and you. So what I'm saying is you are the richest nation in the world, and you have all these weapons, these beautiful weapons, the ships and the planes and the tanks. I'm saying, what you got the weapons for? What you spending the money on the weapons for, Donnie? Donnie, because I don't just have enough weapons in the United States to defend myself. Don't get it confused. Because I'm saying I got that hardware out there, Donnie. I got cities, floating cities. I'm talking about probably about 25, 30,000 Marines waiting to step their feet off in Iran at my command. Right there out in the Persian Gulf. I'm saying right there out there, we out here in the Arabian Sea. We ready for action, President Trump. When we going? You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying the purpose for that is you defending human rights. That's what that is. If you kill 100,000 of your citizens, Donnie, that's a plague. That kind of person is a plague to humanity. It's bigger than America, baby. America first. Yeah, I understand. That's why I asked Donnie. Because when I play Nick Fuentes, and there are millions of people who voted for President Trump, y'all not looking at this, but I'm trying to show y'all something here. If we talking about a prolonged conflict with Iran, military sustained conflict, listen to my words now, because you could check me on my words. But what I'm saying, it's a lot of people like Donnie who voted for President Trump who felt like that. I told y'all before in the live stream. Just what he said. That's why I pinned this comment. He said, Ghost, if Iran kills 100,000 of its own people, how is that a U.S. issue? Y'all get in the comments. Let's have the conversation. Because Donnie says, can anyone, and he capitalized anyone, explain that to me? And there's a lot of Americans who feel like that. I'm talking about America is war weary. war weary. That's why President Biden exited Afghanistan like that. And me being like believing in projecting American strength, not hating on President Biden, I'm saying like that did look kind of weak to me. But I'm saying the fact that he left Afghanistan, I'm saying, look, we heard so many times if the U.S. leave Afghanistan, all this bad stuff was going to happen. And I'm saying that stuff did not happen in Afghanistan that they said was going to happen. It's probably bad things that were happening, but it's bad things. It's just a bad land. That's just what it is. But I'm saying America exiting that, so I could argue what Donnie and them's position is too. I felt like we were over there in the Middle East over 20 years, guys. Come on, that's way too long. You could have did the whole mission, everything we were trying to do in the Middle East in 10 years. And then you nation building, spending so much money. So I understand, Donnie, are you talking about 25, 30,000 Marines? I don't know the exact numbers. I'm saying just imagine the gas just to run them 2 aircraft carriers. How much money that's how Ghost be thinking? I'm talking about you spending bread. So I'm saying it ain't no way here won't knock their teeth out, but if America can afford it, you got the weapons. America is a leader on the world stage, Donnie. That is not something that I am guessing about. That's not an opinion about something. That's fact. Especially with President Trump, America leads with military action and force. Donnie, on the issue of a war or a conflict, this is where the American first people become not Democrats. They become what I call populists. Because in a populist group or movement as relates to politics, you have Democrats and Republicans feeling the same way about that. If you ask Jasmine Crockett how she feel about attacking Iran, she gonna sound just like Donnie. And Donnie is a Republican who voted for President Trump. That's what I'm saying when it becomes a populist thing. You know, it's like those kind of issues over the years that drove at people like me that created a lot of people becoming independent. Donnie says, Ghost, seeing as the Iranian people's health, rights, and safety are the U.S. responsibilities. So you agree to make Iran a U.S. territory and make them American. Okay, then sure, let's free them. Ha ha. Hey, look, this is all I'm saying, my brother. I'm saying it's not an American responsibility. I wouldn't call it American responsibility. What I would say is it's the responsibility of every human being. And I've said this before. If I was President Trump, I would call the British Prime Minister Starmer, and I want to shout out the British. You guys haven't heard. The biggest arrest yet. There's only been 2 arrests in the Epstein related to the Epstein files. Maybe, Donnie, these people are going to get justice. I didn't think they were. I said that ain't nobody ever going to get arrested and go to jail, but one of the princes got arrested. Prince Andrew. They didn't strip him of his title. They didn't kick him out the circle, and then now they putting handcuffs on him. So shout out to the British for that. But what I want to say is if I was President Trump, I'll call Starmer, I'll call the British and say, hey, why y'all ain't got a presence out here? And isn't Iran closer to y'all? You think they want to attack y'all and kill y'all soldiers? Y'all done labeled their military a terrorist, or, bro, just think about it. So President Trump been talking about the Europeans being weak and not spending enough money. The Europeans want to make a play and become a power again on the world stage because the politics of the world, things changing, transatlantic corporations being broken. I'm saying, so here's your opportunity, the United Kingdom, France or Spain, to use your military for the protection of what we all believe in, the quote unquote free world, human rights. That's what I'm saying, Donnie. It's not about the United States having a responsibility to protect the Iranian citizens. It's about the United States having a responsibility to defend the human rights of its fellow humans. And I think that responsibility extends to all of us, Donnie. We just don't think about it like that. I think it extends to us in our day-to-day lives when we see our fellow human beings in the streets or at the Walmarts or at the, you know what I'm saying, Wingstops or wherever you see your fellow human beings at, and they need help or they need assistance. It's just that's something that I think that make us better, make the world better, if we teach and preach accountability for fellow humans. Because it's not specifically your responsibility. And Donnie, if we don't have the weapons or we're not the richest country in the world and we cannot help humans, it's a human rights issue. In my mind, and tell me if I'm wrong, and this probably will sound kind of profound to some people, in my mind, the ACLU out there fighting for the rights of immigrants or whoever they fighting for. I'm with that. I stand with that. I'm not making fun of nobody. Well, not right now. I'm with the ACLU. That's my people. Them fighting for the rights of whoever they fighting for. To me, that ain't no different than the United States fighting for the rights of the Iranian people. It's even more because if you go out there and protest because we hungry and we starving, so we protesting you. If we go out there and protest, you gonna just kill thousands of us. What? Nah, Donnie, we cannot allow that to happen, bro. That's what that is about, Donnie. That is about human rights, man. That's about civil rights, man, of all people, of all human beings. It is all of our responsibilities, man. And that's important. So that's how Ghost feels about it. But I just want to, start off. I know I said start off the first 35 minutes, man. We talking about MAGA. We talking about black MAGA, brown MAGA. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who voted for President Trump. How do y'all feel? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about President Trump attacking Iran? So we're going to look up real quick Nick Fuentes. Let me see if I can find this. So, guys, I'm going to just play this for you. I'm going to just start off playing a little bit of what he's saying. I hate that I couldn't get the interview that I was looking for, because the interview I was looking for, I'm saying I couldn't believe some of the stuff he was saying. I thought it could have been AI, man, because I'm saying he was on President Trump hard like he would vote for VP Harris.
The reason that Israel hates nuclear weapons is because nuclear weapons protect countries from Israel. But it seems that the White House is being very clear that this is a surrender or die situation. Either Iran is going to agree to everything we're demanding, or it's going to be a war, and that's really it. It doesn't sound like there's a lot of wiggle room here.
Nick Fuentes just insisted that U.S.-Israeli negotiations are actually U.S.-Israeli ultimatums for Iran, and that war with Iran is actually just a foregone conclusion, with continued discussions taking place in Switzerland. After Oman, it seems like the goalposts keep shifting to guarantee war on behalf of the Israel lobby, and for Netanyahu,
so I guess the people who hate Israel, y'all could tell me they are trying to connect Israel with Iran and the situation in America attacking Iran. They're not for Iran. And I'm saying, you thinking about the Democrats who are not for President Trump attacking Iran, or are there any Democrats in the stream? Maybe y'all have already let your voices be heard. But I'm saying that's one thing. The Democrats attacking you, but I'm saying these are Republicans. These are people who spoke adamantly against VP Harris, and I heard one of them now saying they don't, if VP Harris, I heard one of these people, and I don't want to call their names, on the Republican side, because I'm not trying to misrepresent someone, but I just want y'all to be aware of this. Everyone, Donnie, everyone, we talking about a prolonged conflict in Iran now. I want them to be aware of this. I heard one of them say that if VP Harris was president, Renee Good would still be alive. He said if VP Harris was president, Ellis Peretti would be alive. He said if VP Harris was president, he said, this is the most profound thing he said even Charlie Kirk would be alive. And these people on his side, these are Republicans. That's why I try to come out here and ask you Republicans, especially Black MAGA or Hispanic Republicans, like, how do you guys feel about a prolonged conflict with Iran? Because I know there is a lot of America First, there, Marjorie Taylor Greene type, there, Nick Fuentes type, probably Tucker Carlson type. And I'm saying, you hadn't even hit them yet. So say you hit them day one. And all we see in Fox News is America bombarding Iran. Day 2, day 3, day 10, day 20, day 30, day 50, month 2. By the time you get to the summer, listen, if President Trump had stayed in a war with Iran to the summer, by the time you get to the summer, bro, he probably his approval rating to be in the 20s. Real talk. I think you have Vietnam level protests. Because think like, I'll give you the reason for my argument. Think about the kind of protests they have right now that we've seen, like fighting oligarchy, no kings and all that stuff. You've seen those mega protests whenever Renee Good and Ellis Peretti got killed. But I'm talking about a prolonged war with Iran. With President Trump, who's done things, in my opinion, over the last 3 months, 90 days, that has made him unpopular with independents, especially, and Democrats, made him unpopular with the American people. I mean, he still got pretty good numbers with his party. He still got pretty good numbers with MAGA. Actually, I'm saying pretty good. I mean, real good on almost every issue. But, a war with Iran. You know what I'm saying? We seen independents. The independents, they turn on them on most issues. The economy, they turn on them on immigration. President Trump thinking about anybody that he needs to be speaking to. It's not really the Democrats. He always talking to Democrats, but those your biggest ops. Regardless of what you say and do, they're going to remain your biggest ops. We see him shoot Renee Good. That didn't put fear in no one's heart. It made people go out there and go harder against him. You always gonna have that opposition. America's system was set up as a two-party system. Why focus on the Democrats? How he'll maintain power is with the independents. And with those independents, I'm saying his support has fallen dramatically, y'all. Fact check me, Donnie. What's President Trump's support with the independents? While you do that, man, we're going to go ahead and get to our story so I can get in the comments with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we can have our discussion like we do. Let's go ahead and finish up what we're doing this morning, what we came to do. You know what I'm saying? We came to talk about President Trump. He had a meeting at the White House. I'm talking about that. It was jumping in there. That was loud. I'm dead serious. What I watched on TV. It was loud in there, bro. I knew something else was going on. I was like, he having a celebration. Everything he was saying, that was like, oh, yeah. Like I'm saying, for real. You know what I'm saying? So President Trump got a celebration at the White House. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of black people, man. It's a beautiful thing. This story is from the Associated Press. It was published on February 19th. President Donald Trump hosted a White House reception for Black History Month on Wednesday, less than 2 weeks after he sparked a bipartisan outcry by posting a racist video on social media that depicted former President Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle Obama, as primates in a jungle. Now you say, Ghost, man, you finna start off the live stream, man, and you finna give props to President Trump. That was that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give props to President Trump, y'all. That's what Ghost came to do. I came to give him props, y'all. But I'm saying the Associated Press, just like any other news story that I would bring up, because I would think the same way. I'm thinking the same way. I'm saying, like, you know, it's Black History Month, and yeah, man, salute him for celebrating Black History Month. But I'm saying the first thing we think about is the Obamas as primates. As black people, I think I'm saying, like, anybody. I'm saying, Donnie, if I told you that President Trump was about to celebrate Black History Month at the White House, wouldn't you say that, man, didn't he just 2 weeks ago made the Obamas primates? You feel me? That's what's here. I mean, 2 weeks ago, he had the Obamas as monkeys. And then today he's celebrating Black History Month. You see what I'm saying? You can't get mad at me. You can't say that I'm not a friend of nobody. This ain't got nothing to do with friendship. Listen, and then if it did have to do, say President Trump was my friend, I'd do just like Tim Scott did. I call my friend and tell my friend, don't do that hurtful stuff. A friend ain't gonna let you go out there and jump off the cliff. A friend gonna or is he? If somebody lets you go out there and jump off the cliff, that's not your friend. Donnie, your friend ain't gonna let you jump off the cliff. So I'm saying, like, if President Trump, he posting the Obamas as primates, I'm gonna say, hey, friend, this your friend. Hey, friend. Like, that right there, you can't do that. I'm saying the people around you, I don't know, does Marco Rubio ever question anything President Trump says or does? Maybe they have a different kind of relationship. But I'm saying, like, there's no way in the world I could see you post something like that and I'm just not Ghost. I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? So I could see why, and I understand completely why the Associated Press, they printed that, because President Trump, one of your staffers posted it, and you never apologized about it. So that's still in the conversation. Trump on Wednesday didn't reference the video when he deleted after a widespread backlash, but since he won't apologize, that's what the Associated Press saying. And I promise you, I did not read this before. I'm telling you, that's what any reasonable or any rational person would think. If I was sitting here and you telling me that, say 2 weeks ago, I posted a picture of some white people, a saltine cracker with President Trump head and Melania head, and they had little bird stick legs, and they were saltine crackers. And they were like doing a little dance, the saltine dance. And I had them doing the saltine dance. You see them? You feel what I'm saying? If I posted President Trump and them on pictures like as with crackers, as crackers on the bodies of crackers, and then I said, hey, we finna have a White History Month at the White House. You know, the first thing you gonna say is, didn't 2 weeks ago what he's saying, talking about some crackers, and then you want to have a White History Month now. It just, that's the first thing you gonna think about. That ain't hating on President Trump. That's not saying you ain't a friend of President Trump or none of that. Every single black person in that room was thinking the same thing I was thinking. Maybe they knew about the event before President Trump posted it. I'm sure it was already planned. But I'm saying whenever he posted it, they probably thought that, hey, man, don't we got an event in a couple of weeks? Some of them probably, maybe some of them didn't go, or some of them thought. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying President Trump, when he posted it, didn't he know he had an event? I'm saying I don't see the reason for that post. None at all. I don't see no political event. Look, if you say that I'm going to attack Greenland, I'm going to use military force, his excuse for that is I'm not taking no options off the table. That sounds ridiculous, buffoonery, like Representative Bacon said, talking to your friends like that. But see, at least he got some kind of logic behind that. You don't have no kind of logic behind posting that video. So I'm saying, if you asking me, am I a friend of President Trump? Yeah, well, being a friend of your President Trump is telling him don't do that stuff. What you tell your friends that do stuff like that? If you could even stomach being friends with them after they do something like that, that kind of stuff, break up a friendship between a black and a white person. You feeling that? So I'm saying, it's a situation like that, what you gonna tell your friend? And I know some of y'all Republicans, you probably don't want to talk about it, and I understand that and I feel that. But I'm just saying that's just what it is. You believe that's why you don't post that. That's why if you be around him, you tell him, hey, President Trump, that's what being a friend is. A friend is trying to make him be legendary. That's being a friend. President Trump just might look at it as it being a friend is Marco Rubio getting his name put on the side of a building because that's stroking his ego. But I'm saying that's something friends would do too. I would help get his name put on the side of the building too. But at the same time, I would correct him about posting. And I know President Trump ain't soft like how some of these Democrats are soft. I know he's not soft like that. Look how he act. You can't act like that and be soft, man. Somebody to tell you, look, whenever I'm wrong and I'm out of line, people don't mince their words with me. They tell me the truth. Why I gotta mince my words? Why I gotta whisper and talk like a female whenever I tell you what's on my mind? I don't care if you saying it. So you saying it like this and I'm saying it like that. It don't matter. You gotta look at stuff from other people's perspectives and not just the way you think it's supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's how I would feel, man. Like, I mean, if you my friend, bro, and you posted something like that, I know I had friends say racist stuff before. I had a dude that I know, bro, yesterday, like, he had called me the B word. Like, for no reason, he calling it to me, like, just talking to me like we just in a normal conversation like B. I'm like, bro, we don't use that word where I'm from. I'm saying I wasn't disrespectful. He don't know. He might do that with the people he know. But I'm saying we don't do that. And that's just the word. That's what I'm saying. So if you was my friend, I'm going to tell you if you saying or do something. And I'm not going to tell you like, don't. He not really my friend. I don't know him really like that. But I'm saying if that was Jamie or Rand or somebody I knew, like one of my dogs, Jeremy or something, I would say, hey, bro, listen, I'm going to tell you, not only just don't say it to me. If I was you, I wouldn't use that word with any man at all. Especially any black man or any man who, because they going to feel like I feel about that word. Hell, you can't call somebody who ain't, you can't call me. That's not, I'll never be none of that. Not where we from, not that B word. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, that's the same thing with President Trump. If you my friend or you my homie, it's like, I'm going to tell you, hey, bro, like, we don't put, like, black people's faces on no kind of primates or no monkeys or no bodies. That's what being a friend to you is. Being a friend to you isn't coming out here and trying to defend you for doing something like that. What I look like, that made me fake. You taking my credibility away to defend what you did? No, that's personal. You want to talk about personal responsibility about money? Talk about personal responsibility about your character and your actions. I'm not going to be out here defending your words and your actions. You're going to have to stand on what you say and do. I think that's the biggest problem with President Trump. Like, you defending my, don't count on me to defend your words and your actions. I can't do that. I don't do that for nobody. You paying me to be your litigator, or you paying me to litigate to defend you? Because if you're not paying me to defend you, I'm not going to defend your words and your actions. What you say and do, I'm going to make you stand on that. So be careful regardless of who you are. Be careful what you do and what you say when you're dealing with me. It's about respect. And see, President Trump don't know that, but if Ghost was your friend, then that's what being your friend is. I would tell you that. That's what I do with my friends. That's why all of my friends, the little homeboys I hung with, that's why they ran and they was the way they was. Because I instilled that in them. It's called character, man. You know what I'm saying? Trump on Wednesday didn't reference the video, which he deleted after widespread backlash. He also did not reference Barack Obama, the nation's first black president, but spoke of other history-making black Americans. I think that's a sad story. If you talk about unity to me, like some people, they think unity, they mean, I mean unity within their Democratic Party. Bro, I don't care about no unity in your Democratic Party. That's hilarious. I don't care about no unity in your Republican Party. When I talk about unity, I mean unity under that red, white, and blue, under that flag. United we stand, we divided we fall. Within politics, you're going to fight within each other. You see what I'm saying? So you say, Ghost, what you say that about? I think that part of unity, President, how can you not mention Barack Obama on Black History Month? You know, President Obama, he comes out and like, you know, he give an interview, a couple of interviews since that happened, and he's just like nonchalant and not caring, and he might be. I mean, you know, flip-flops Hawaii. You know, he that kind of dude. He a cool, nonchalant kind of dude. But I'm saying to Michelle Obama and to the Obama children, I mean, that's so hurtful, but that's what I'm saying. It's like President Trump, he don't realize that. Or maybe it's just he's so caught up in these political games or this political war or this political jealousy or whatever he got going on. That's what I'm talking about unity. Because them getting over that beef, that helps the whole of us. That helps all of us. That helps all of America. So that's a slight to President Obama. He said, we celebrate Black History Month. We honor the memory of those who came before us by continuing their legacy. Trump name-checked prominent Black Americans among his supporters, including boxer Mike Tyson, who Trump praised for defending him against accusations of racism, and rapper Nicki Minaj, whose skin he praised as beautiful, while commenting on how long her fingernails was. Listen, this is what I'm saying. I'm not Mike Tyson, President Trump. I'm not going to, I don't defend my friends for stuff they do wrong. Now, how I look at it is if we publicly speaking, I'm not going to let someone publicly say something about my homie. You feel what I'm saying? If we publicly speaking and you calling my homeboy a C word or whatever, nah, we ain't going to do all that now. Now, what he said was wrong. See, I'm not different than these other ones. What he said was dead wrong. And if I got his number, I'm going to call him. And if me talking loud offend you, then you can get your soft self on somewhere. And me talking loud offend you, you could get your soft self on somewhere. Because this ain't no soft serve channel. I don't serve, the truth ain't soft served. The truth is served raw. Sometimes it's loud. Sometimes it's boisterous. Well, hey, what if somebody, would you rather somebody put 4 bullets in your head or would you rather them scream at you? It ain't funny to Renee Good. When you heard that officer with Renee Good, he ain't never raised his voice. Even after he shot them shots, he killed her in cold blood, he came back and said he effing beat. He was never emotional. Who cares if you're not emotional about what you're saying? You could be, well, see, if he got emotional or he displayed his emotions like this, maybe he wouldn't have shot her in the head. Who knows? It matter I'm shooting somebody. It don't matter how you talking, if you talking loud or not. There ain't no law in the law books about talking loud. What law is written in the law book say you cannot speak loudly? Because everybody has broken that law. Congress people, the lawyers be in the courtrooms. Well, that's what, bro. I don't do no soft serve stuff over here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk loud when I get passionate. That's how I get down. If you can't get down with that, then I won't get down with you. That's what I'm saying. I don't think President Trump got a problem with that. You see what I'm saying? The Democrats, they just soft. Everybody say that. If the people who, your supporters in your own party say the Democratic Party soft, listen to the podcasters. Listen to all of them, bro. They soft as a Twinkie feeling. They soft. They big soft. A lot of metrosexuals and homosexuals, bro, you got to understand, I ain't got no soft mentality. I'm not coming as soft. If I see somebody standing against me, that's my eye. He ain't my friend. This dude over here hit me with a sledgehammer and I'm trying to be friends with him. That's how the Democrats get down. He beating you with a sledgehammer and you out there with some pom-poms. Talking about we on the same team and he beating you in the head with a sledgehammer. Them people ain't with you. Them not your friends. Ain't none of these. That's how ghosts get down. Ain't none of these people my friends but the ones that I said I'm with. That's it. Whoever else, I don't care about your niceties. I'm not no Democrat. I'm not trying to participate. This is what real look like. And it's loud sometimes. Real is loud sometimes. When that bullet, when that hammer going off, that chamber is loud. Some things is loud sometimes. You feel me? We live in a super soft, like homo down society, man. You know what I'm saying? President Trump went on to say, as you look upon the sea of black Americans, this president hears you. This president cares for you. Don't let anyone tell you that this president right here, Donald Trump, has not and is not for black America, Johnson said, because he is. So this is somebody who's speaking for President Trump. Trump listed ways he said his policies benefited black Americans, including the law he signed last year, eliminating federal income tax on tips and his deployment of National Guard troops to bring back safety in cities with large populations of black residents such as Washington, New Orleans, Memphis, Tennessee. President Trump, I just want to say, I know you have done things for the black community before, but I'm saying you can't list as your accomplishments like bringing troops to black cities. I don't know if they would think that you really. I know if the crime come down in the cities and you can directly, realistically, like link that to President Trump, yeah, they'll salute you for that. But I'm saying the way the Associated Press wrote it, deployment of National Guard troops. I'm saying I don't know if they could look at that as an accomplishment. The reception came the day after Trump proclaimed in another social media post that he has been falsely and consistently called a racist by the scoundrels and lunatics on the radical left. And consistently called by the scoundrels and lunatics on the radical left in a message that was meant to pay tribute to Reverend Jesse Jackson, who died on Tuesday. Guys, do y'all think President Trump is a racist? That's the question. I mean, if you asked me prior to 2 weeks ago, I would have told you, no, I've said that 1,000 times, 10,000 times. No, I don't think you're a racist. I understand politics. They said that about George Bush. George Bush is one of he's got one of the best hearts of any human being that you ever will meet. Is George Bush a racist? No. You feel that? Is President Trump a racist? No, but I'm saying, Donnie, you go out there and you post. That makes people, it makes them hesitate. That's what I'm saying. If you was my homeboy, because I came up in Mississippi, I had a lot of white homeboys. If you was my homeboy, Donnie, and you post something like that, I'm going to be like, wait, hold on a second. After we straighten it out, I'm saying, say if I was Tim Scott and I moved away from him after we straightened it out, I still in my mind, the back of my mind, I might be like, man, homeboy, he might really be racist. I gotta watch how I step around him because he might be racist. It's like you just know not to do nothing like that or have nothing to do with that. Donnie said Trump's too greedy to be racist, and that's what I thought too. I'm saying because I ain't even got to read the rest of what Donnie said. I'm about to, not disrespecting him, but I'm saying, like, you got to understand, you get money in 2026. Like, think about all that money he getting from the Saudi Arabia. He getting more money. That's why he cool with the Muslims. He getting more money from them. He put a Trump hotel in Venezuela. He gonna put one. I'm saying, how can you hate these people if, I don't know, though. He says he will entertain the KKK while paying off his black staff to have the night off. That's what I'm saying. That's a problem to me, Donnie, with Republican politics. That's a real problem. And I've spoken on that before. Republicans have always cuddled up to the far right. I said white. That might have been what I meant to say. The far right, extreme right. You know what I'm saying? Those Proud Boy types, the Great White North. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff that's just like Donnie's saying is right on the edge of saying KKK. You know what I'm saying? The Great White North. What does the Great White North mean to you, a black person? You see what I'm saying? It's right on the edge of saying the KKK. That's what I'm saying. The Republicans have always cuddled up to those types. That's why I thought that he wasn't racist. But that post was very hurtful, though. That post, in my opinion, was not only beneath the presidency, the love, or anybody will tell you that, but that post was beneath the dignity of Donald J. Trump. I gotta take a sip of water after that one. Hey, look. My Democrats would say, hey, Ghost, ain't nothing beneath the dignity of Donald J. Trump. Nothing. That's what my Democrats would say. But I would say that post, if I'm going to stand up here, Donnie, and defend him and say he's not a racist, then that post that he posted of the Obamas was beneath the dignity of Donald J. Trump. If I'm going to defend him as he's not a racist. You see what I'm saying? Like Dr. Ben Carlson. You know, he up there like Bentley Farnsworth. I wish I had an umbrella to illustrate right now. Who remember Bentley Farnsworth? Hey, Donnie, you might not remember. You might be too young. Hey, Bentley Farnsworth, he this dude that he walked around. He was on music videos and everything. He would hold an umbrella for Puff Daddy, man. Bentley Farnsworth. You feel what I'm saying? That's how Dr. Ben Carson. I ain't hating on y'all, man, but I'm just saying you gotta stand up, bro. Like all that soft stuff, I don't do none of that soft stuff, bro. Bentley Farnsworth. Where old Bentley at? Bentley Farnsworth. Where old Farnsworth? I'm gonna show y'all a picture of Bentley holding the umbrella for P. Diddy. Hey, y'all know they have allegations of Bentley holding Diddy umbrella. Y'all know I forgot, you know what I'm saying? Diddy had all those accusations. So when I looked it up, they had accusations about but here go Bentley Farnsworth though right here, man. Here go Bentley Farnsworth, y'all. You feel me? Your boy Bentley Farnsworth. There go Farnsworth. Hey, look, he used to be around. He holding President Trump umbrella. I mean, Dr. Ben Carson, that's how you look like, man. You don't want to come across like that because it's like people ain't going, they really ain't going to be feeling you. They ain't going to be riding with you, but he don't care about that though. You know what I'm saying? Ghost, listen, a lot, y'all hear us talking a lot about blacks or whites. It ain't no identity politics. I really never do this. I'm not a race baiter. I call the people who say they speak up for black rights. I call them out on their race baiting. I'm not into none of that. I've been doing that lately. You know what I'm saying? It's prevalent due to the election that Jasmine is running down in Texas, motivating voters to go vote who are not voting. That's very, very prevalent to a Democrat having the opportunity of winning that election in November. Because that's the most difficult thing for a Democrat to do. They hadn't done it in decades. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you could win that election in March. You should win it. Jasmine should win that in March. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying winning that in November would be an upset. And even if the Democrats aren't counting on the state of Texas, we don't care what the Democrats counting on. But listen, I'm not hating on any Democrats, but I feel like they feel like I do. AOC, and then we're going to get back to President Trump in the news. I just want to cover this real quick. I feel like AOC and Bernie Sanders feel like I do because that's why they got all these young candidates and why Nancy Pelosi retiring, they want to change in the Democratic Party. If you look at the polls, look at the Democratic Party. Y'all talk about President Trump and his approval rating being low. What you think the Democratic Party's approval rating is? And people saying that the Democratic Party is real soft, man. Ain't fighting. That's why President Trump beat y'all. That's why they control every single branch of government in America. I looked at a map this morning and seen how many counties in the United States are red. But I'm saying, I hear Democratic, and I'm hearing them talking like, you on the same kick in which y'all lost to President Trump. And you going to lose again. Don't tell me what no Democrats saying about how to run nothing. You lost everything. It's related to Jasmine. She won her races. But I'm talking about on a national level, like you got on legacy media or on the internet. Ain't you a Democrat? You been James Carville, not hating on him. Roland Martin, not hating on you. Any one of y'all talking about politics, I'm saying, bro, like y'all were talking about politics, saying what VP Harrison and all of this, and you got shallywagged. I supported VP Harris. I wasn't no Democrat. And I'm not going to sit there and get on no bandwagon. When I see somebody that I think you need to do to win, I'm going to tell you. And the number one thing you need to do to win is stop being soft. That's the first thing the Democrats need to do to win. Especially you men. Stop acting like girls. If you keep doing it, you're going to lose some more elections. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing given to the Democrats either, y'all. Let's get back to the story, though, real quick, though. We gonna finish so I could jump down in the comments and talk with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We could discuss this. Okay, so in response to a question about the Post, talking about the Obamas, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said earlier Wednesday, there's a lot this president has done for all Americans, regardless of race, and he has absolutely been falsely accused and smeared as a racist. Do y'all think President Trump is being falsely accused and smeared as a racist? Trump has long recognized Black History Month as president, but his policies and rhetoric while in office often contradict celebrations of diversity and contributions of Black Americans. President Trump, don't get mad at me. This is what the Associated Press thinking about what you doing. Trump has targeted the diversity, equity, and inclusion programs that help many Black Americans find jobs in both the federal government and a variety of private industries over the last several decades. He has called DEI programs discrimination, and he has pushed to eradicate them from the government and put pressure on his private sector to do the same. Hey, it's the Associated Press. This is what they saying about you, President Trump. I'm saying you can't. How you going? Don't try to get mad at what somebody's saying about you, and you done did a whole lot of actions and gave them a whole lot of ammo to say what they saying. That's why God said, "Guard your tongue, let your words be few." You could come at any ghost with any words that ghost said, and I'm gonna work them against you. You're gonna be looking for how to trick and how to beat me in court. They trying to beat me with a trick. You can't beat me no other way. You feel me? I'm saying these his own words, these his own actions. He putting the monkeys on the bodies of Obama. Ain't nobody told him to do that. So at the Associated Press, hey, this is how they feel. I'm saying if President Trump didn't do anything at all to make them be saying this, I'd be defending him. But when they said that he targeted the diversity, equity, and inclusion programs as President Trump targeted DEI, how can I defend that? This is what else they said. It helped many Black Americans find jobs in both the federal government and a variety of private industries over the last several decades. Has DEI given a lot of Black Americans jobs over the last? Yeah, that's true. So why can't if as your friend, I can't defend you if someone's speaking truth about you? Even if it's their way of seeing it or their point of view, it's still true. What I'm gonna say, I believe in truth. I'm friends with the truth. He has called DEI programs discrimination. Has President Trump called DEI programs discrimination? Yeah, I heard him call that. All right. And he has pushed to eradicate them from the government and pushed pressure on the private sector to do the same. So, hey, the Associated Press want to talk about DEI. They said, while you celebrate Black history, look, I'm going to give you President Trump. Look, let me do this. I ain't litigating the case from. I'm gonna give you President Trump and them side of view. So Dr. Ben Carlson, go get Bentley Farnsworth. I give names to people sometimes. I call old Greg Bovino, Gomer Powell. I'm calling Dr. Carlson. I'm calling you Bentley Farnsworth. Hey, listen. So go get Dr. Carlson and that umbrella, and you ask Dr. Carlson, and Dr. Carlson will say, hey, listen, every Black, even though Dr. Carlson, the reason why President Trump know him is because of DEI. That's crazy, huh? But it's like anything President Trump say, they gonna go with it, so they want to get rid of DEI. So Dr. Carlson, he'll come out, he'll say, hey, listen, it's every person's responsibility to be whoever they are. So you need to go get a job. Black people go get a job. Black people do this. Black people do, and this is a Black man saying this, Dr. Carlson. You see what I'm saying? He's saying that's if I'm litigating for President Trump and now, he's saying that if me getting rid of DEI, he's saying that's not racist. See, they don't think that's racist. They think that's helping Black people. They think DEI is crippling Black people. That's why we had the conversations. This is news. Black History Month. President Trump had a celebration and the AP wrote the story. So we doing the story. We doing the news. What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you trying to get rid of Black programs? I'm saying like that. I mean, I understand why President Trump is popular amongst Black people because he's done some Black people or a lot of Black people or had more Black people vote for him than any other president, even within his own polling. Starting in what? Look, we're gonna look at this. Let me read this real quick, and I'm gonna talk about how he has grown the Black support. I'm going to do that right now. Because if there's any Democrats in here or any of those kind of types in here, President Trump's growth of popularity. And Donnie, we looked this up the other day. We looked this up. We're looking at the growth of popularity. This according to artificial intelligence. President Trump increased his support amongst Black voters in the 24 election, with exit polls indicate he won roughly 15 to 20% of the vote. And that was up from 8 to 12% in 2020, which was up from 6% in 2016. So whether you agree with this or not, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. 6% of the black support President Trump had when he first started. And he got 15 to 20% in 2024. So I'm saying within how many years is that? 8 years? He grew his support almost 3 times amongst the black people, the black voters. So I'm saying in order for black people to start liking him more, he had to be doing something for some black person somewhere. That's what I'm saying. President Trump has done a lot of different things for individual black people. If you watch that reception, that Black History reception at the White House, it's a black people coming up there with testimonies. It was one black woman, she was like, she was finna let any Democrat get up there, she would have got in fisticuffs with you. She was like, oh, y'all ain't gonna talk about President Trump now. I wish I had that so I could play it. I'll screen share. And for real, there's a black woman in there. Y'all ain't gonna talk about President Trump now. Y'all get off his back. He ain't got nothing against black people. He like all our black people. Y'all get off President Trump back. I promise y'all, black woman up there, President Trump was up there rolling. Look, at that Black History Month thing at the White House, that's the most I've seen President Trump smile in years. I seen him smile before, I ain't gonna lie. I seen him smile before. I seen him smile like, at different times before. But if you watch, y'all can look it up right on YouTube. You watching me on YouTube, so you can look this up on YouTube. That President Trump, the Black History Month, that celebration, but I'm telling you, I seen him smile more at one time. And so y'all look it up. Somebody look it up and watch it. So y'all can know if I recognize things that some people, other people, they don't recognize or see. I see things. Like, bro, that man smiled more at that. I ain't seen him smile like that at one event, I think, since he been president. He need to have more black people around him. That's what he need. Real talk. More Hispanic people around him. Oh, that's DER. We're against DER. Ha ha. Really? At the same time, Trump is painting himself as a champion of historical black colleges and universities. The White House on Wednesday highlighted the Trump administration's move last year to steer $500 million. Is that number right? Really? Last year? To HBCUs. The one-time boost largely came from federal money taken away from colleges, serving large shares of Hispanic students. The award for HBCUs comes days after the Education Department pulled $350 million from other grant programs targeting colleges and certain percentages of Hispanic students and other minority students. The Trump said those grant programs were unconstitutional. He said those grant programs were unconstitutional, and then he went and gave $500 million to the HBCUs. $500 million. He pulling money from every college in America, and he giving money to the historically black colleges. I mean, what can you say? That's why if President Trump, if you my homeboy, you can't be posting no racist stuff. I can't call you my homeboy. You, President Trump, I couldn't call you my homeboy unless I could contact you. I need your number before I could call you my friend. Because you be doing some things, bro, that, like, you got to get checked on that. You check, that's how you do your friends. Because, see, I'm out here calling my boy my friend and stuff, Big President T, he my homeboy, and then he done posting, he got the Obamas doing the vacay bounce on some monkeys. He got the Obamas doing the vacay bounce on some monkeys. Come on, man. You're going to be like, what? You can't identify, I can't identify with that as a black person. Ain't no black person can besides Dr. Ben Carson. Look at Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Ben Carson, did he say something about President Trump posting the Obamas as monkeys? Dr. Ben Carson, I hate to say this about you, my boy. You just seem kind of like an Uncle Tom. Hey, y'all know Dr. Carlson. Tell me that ain't no Uncle Tom, baby. You know what we called Dr. Carlson back in the slavery days? We called him a house Negro. He a house Negro. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. President Trump could come out and post some racist stuff. President Trump would come out there and post, I love the KKK. And hear how I said, and then, hold up. Let me get, I ain't gonna do it like that. Bentley Farnsworth, house Negro will be out there. He won't say nothing. Yeah, yes. See, the reason why I can't defend that as a black man. I can't defend that. I'm gonna just be real with you. If I talk too loud for you, go listen to the fake people. Don't be complaining about fake people. You come around a real person. That's the truth is loud sometimes. Sometimes the truth is like, baby, I love you. I love you, baby. Real talk, baby. I want to ride with you. Sometimes the truth is soft. And sometimes the truth is like, you stupid. Why you post that stupid stuff? Sometimes the truth is loud. You know what I'm saying? I don't soft serve nothing. It's what real look like. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. If y'all hadn't double tapped the video, the screen on the cell phone, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Even if you just drop it in and hit that subscribe button for me, guys, and the notification bell. So when the politics get to kicking, y'all could come talk to the guy who really knows. I'm not saying the other people don't know. They just ain't telling you the truth, or they got their own slant on it. Angus says Carlson is the smartest man in the country, brother. In your opinion, he is. He ain't smarter than me. Because if he was smarter than me, he wouldn't be up there like acting like Bentley Farnsworth. That's a character. Bentley Farnsworth, you know it's a character. You know what? While we sing, look, let me show y'all Bentley Farnsworth. Let me show y'all Bentley Farnsworth. And I'm gonna tell you what was happening in for real behind the scenes with old Bentley Farnsworth and President Trump. I mean, this Bentley Farnsworth, y'all. This Bentley. Like, look, we know what we know about P. Diddy now. We know what we know about P. Diddy. P. Diddy in the blue shirt. So knowing what we know about P. Diddy with his shirt open and all that, we know. But I'm talking about, let's say Bentley Farnsworth. Let's do AI. Let's see what AI got to say about Bentley Farnsworth. In 2024 and 2025, Bentley has maintained a relatively low profile despite his long-standing association with Sean Combs, who is currently facing federal charges. Not no more, you know, he already. Reports indicated he stopped working with Combs in 2004 and has not been named in the ongoing legal proceedings. So Bentley Farnsworth, he missed the Diddy list. You know, Epstein list, everybody got a list. Bentley ain't on the Diddy list. But that's what Ben Carson looked like to a regular black person, man. He looked like Bentley Farnsworth. That's the character. Just like I told you, look, it's not no hate against Dr. Carlson, and it's not because he a black man. Dr. Carlson ain't doing nothing harmful like Gomer Powell was doing. You guys, Donnie, y'all remember I called Greg Bovino Gomer Powell and called for him to be fired because that's goofy stuff he doing and people's lives are in danger and people losing their lives. Dr. Carlson just got a view of the world that's different than mine. So me calling him Bentley Farnsworth, I don't care how smart he is. Elon's smart too. I'm smart too. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He's smart and he's 75 years old. And I ain't hating on him like that. I'm just saying the boy Bentley, though. Let's do this real quick. Let's see if Dr. Carlson said anything about President Trump racist post. Dr. Carlson on Trump's Obama post. Let's see if he said anything about it. In 2016, he said it was a good idea for Trump to apologize for questioning Barack Obama's birthplace. Let's see. I don't see nothing about him saying that he should apologize. I might be wrong. Let's see. I don't see one. 2016, I don't see nothing about Dr. Carson saying that he should apologize in 2026. He did 10 years ago. Maybe he didn't got old. You know what I'm saying? So for what he said in 2016, yeah, I salute that. In 2026, he Bentley Farnsworth. He over there dancing for Diddy with that multicolored umbrella, and Diddy got his shirt open. Every step I take. Hold on, I gotta put the glasses on. I need to do them moves too. I gotta get them Diddy's moves on. Every step I take. And he got an umbrella holding it for Diddy, man. He Bentley Farnsworth. I ain't hating on him. I'm just saying, listen, I could be your friend, but if you come out and say that all black people such and such, then nah, you gotta apologize for that, friend. And if you saying and doing and moving like that as a white boy, I don't know how much of a friend we could be unless I know you. And I know you just say and move and do and such. But if I don't know you, listen, I got a little Mexican dude, like he called me the N-word all the time. Like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't being racist when he say it. You know what I'm saying? I have white boys, like but I'm saying like that right there, like if you my homeboy and you the president and you posting that for everybody to see and nobody don't know you like that, they don't know you like that person, your attentions, none of that. Nah, none of that. Nah, not my homeboy. See, that's why I need his number to call him my friend. Cause I'm gonna tell him, cause when I come out, I gotta say my own hide. I'm going to come out and say, hey, I talked to President Trump and he said he was sorry about that because I told him, I would say President Trump, that offended me personally. You hurt my feelings. I'm your friend. You want me to be your friend because to defend you. Well, to be your friend, you hurt your friends with that post. Now say you sorry to your friend because I'm not going to go defend you till you tell me you sorry for hurting my feelings. We're not talking about the Obamas now. That hurt my feelings, not the Obama's feelings. That hurt my feelings. So apologize to me. Oh, you apologize to me? Oh, yeah, y'all, President Trump, he apologized for hurting my feelings. And he said he shouldn't have posted that. I'm not, what you cannot defend. I'm listen, I guess that's why I just won't have no real true life friend. Like, because my friend is the truth. That's why I walk in truth. Y'all, I say it, I preach it. That's what I am. I'm truth. That's what you get from me is truth. A whole lot of it. It's going to be raw. It's going to be not fun. It's going to feel funky. Not funky. Funky. Hey, listen, let me tell you this, man. When people come tell me or do, that's just how I was raised, bro. They don't be like trying to tell me stuff watered down. Oh, listen, James Tellerico, he went to the Colbert show and like he posted something. What the? That's why you lost your election. That's why you lost, not Jasmine. I'm talking about whoever else. That's why you lost your election. And the whole time in 2024, Ghost was out here saying that y'all out here with a beard. What's up, Miami? My boy got a beard. He got a beard. Big president. What's up, Miami? Out of one side of your mouth, you telling the American people that President Trump is Adolf Hitler, and out the other side of your mouth, you sitting up here with a beard, chilling with your legs crossed, and what's up, Miami? It didn't add up. Maybe he wasn't the messenger for that. Because if you saying the house is on fire and this dude is Adolf Hitler, then I'm saying you got to maintain that the entire time. Because you running that campaign, don't say that in the campaign. Don't try to make them seem like Adolf did. That's what they did. He a danger to our country. That's the Democrats' message. Their entire message. They were trying to lock him up. The Department of Justice area. They threw that book in the house at him. The American people, if that's what it was, you running an election. If you win that election, the Republicans are defeated. For how long? Who knows? He go to jail. Imagine that. Imagine the battle, Nancy Pelosi and President Trump bumping heads, Obama and Trump. And imagine if he in jail right now. Imagine that dance, Obama. Listen, if y'all won the election and President Trump went to jail, you could dance however you want to, brother. Let's toast it, President Obama. Toast to you. Let's toast to you. And y'all winning in 2024. President Biden and them being a two-term president. Let's toast to that two-term presidents. It ain't no two-term presidents. And you don't have the House of Representatives. And you don't have the Senate. And you didn't have the, but by peace sake, you lost the Supreme Court. You can't even check and overturn nothing they doing. Because it's going to go to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, they are Republicans. I'm saying you letting them out hustle you. That's the reason why. Soft. When President Trump found out VP Harris was in the race, you know the first thing he did? I need to get them black people from supporting her. Divide and conquer. That's the first thing he did. Oh, she not black. She said she Indian sometimes. She Indian sometimes. She black sometimes. She not black. That's the first thing he did. Because he wanted, but the Democrats, they it's like they dodo. They fall for it every time they be going for it. And it's just that it's that black people, the crabs in the bucket, the crabs in the barrel, the black people selling other black people to slavery. And then here they go. They and then they attacking each other. And this black man over here, he attacking him and he attacking him. And then now VP Harris, the lowest turnout in Tarrant County, Democrat, ain't none of them winning vote. That's how them Republicans gonna do y'all in Texas, y'all Democrats, because you don't understand the game. I understand the game. I grew up in Mississippi. I might not have ran a political campaign. I know a lot of politicians, a lot of them, who run the same elections in your district. I could call one of them right now on the live stream. Who run the same kind of, it's not in Texas, it's in his district. He run the same kind of election. And that ain't nothing for somebody like me. I know plenty of people who run elections and win. But this dude, I'm talking about, he done won 5 of them in a row. Local government, but still. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is what I'm saying. Justice said, keep speaking truth. If I like or if I support someone, man, I want them to win. That's what I'm saying. We talking about President Trump this morning. If I'm supporting President Trump, if he my friend, I want my friends to win. That's why I'm careful about the people I call my friend. Because this dude in the car with me right now, we might be going to kick it. But I don't care nothing about if he win or lose. You feel that? I'm just real. This is true. I say I just met somebody and say it's a female. Say it's a girl. And I'm riding with this girl, right? And she in my car. And like she asked me, like, I don't really like her. Not like that. Not like you talking about. Like she my friend. I just met you. If I was in my 30s, I would be trying to sleep with you. But I'm saying, like, you not my friend, though. I'm going to be real with you. How you my friend? I just met you. You know, we be little kids. We could say we friends. But on the real, you really ain't my friend. You somebody just met. I want you to be my friend. if I know you over the time you be my friend, I got friends. I got a homegirl that I just talked to. I called her my little sister. If you go to where I'm from and you ask people about Jessica, they'll tell you that's my little sister. I known that girl for 25. I knew that girl. She was 14 years old when I met her. She in her 30s. I'm talking about going to her 40s. And I met her when she was 14 years old. That's my friend. You feel that? Because I know if somebody my friend, I want to see them win. That's how I'm different. I want to see my friends win. And I'm saying if I'm in it to win it, I'm in it to win it. I'm trying to win for real. I'm not going to be drinking no beers if I done said just do that off Hitler. I ain't drinking no beers. Because you keep drinking them beers, you got Gavin Newsom drinking them beers, you're going to lose again. Unless you're running against JD Vance. You just don't, it's your messaging. Your messaging got to match. That's like Elon and them coming out with the chainsaw and doing like the messaging got to, it's got to, if it don't match, those optics mean everything. Angus said Chicago can't even hold on to a football team. What's happening? The Chicago Bears leaving Chicago? Ain't no way. Ain't no way the Bears leaving Chicago, man. That's impossible. Y'all hadn't liked the video, man. Double tap that screen for me. Bro, listen, I'm going to say it like this, though. I like Chicago, man. Chicago, one of them cities. 10,000%, bro. Chicago is one of them cities. Chicago, in my opinion, is a city that fights for freedom and for democracy. I know that sounds funny, but y'all don't understand what's in Chicago. Y'all don't understand the whole picture, right? But me personally, I like Chicago, though. No. Look, New York City wasn't putting immigrants in 5-star hotels. That's what I'm saying. Y'all just be saying anything. The immigrants came. They're in America. What you gonna do? You gonna let them sleep in tent? You gonna let them build tent cities in Lower Manhattan? Or you gonna house them? You only got so many areas and space that you can house the people in. You gotta know the whole story, bro. Like, you just act like immigrants coming into America, and then the American government just, new city of New York, okay, we're gonna let you go stay at the Sheraton. Like, who can afford that? Young people barely making it. They're barely surviving. What? They giving them enough to make it. What we talking about? People talk about somebody getting food stamps. People getting food stamps, you think they life easy? I mean, use your brain. If somebody commit fraud to get the food stamps, they're going to get in trouble. Nah, they don't like the truth. They don't like it. Point blank, they don't. Don't like the truth. If I'm riding with you, I'm going to ride with you till the wheels fall off. Unless you do something, a violation or something like that. If you don't violate or do nothing like that, I'm going to ride with you till the wheels fall off. Ain't no two people agree eye to eye on everything. That's different, but I ain't going to disrespect you, though, especially not publicly. But I will always tell you the truth, though. I promise you I'll never disrespect you publicly, baby girl. Or whoever you are. But I definitely will tell you the truth. You're going to count on me for telling you the truth. Hey, Blanche, nah, that's not what I am. That's what you are. That's what you are, Blanche. You don't want to hear the truth. You don't even know what the meaning of the word food is. So when there's certain words, we don't use certain words, bro. God told you not to use that word. You can call me whatever you want to, though, but you know, you probably ain't no Christian, probably a bot. It's an AI or something. Somebody said black MAGA is a double negative. So what you saying? Oh, you need a white liberal. James Tellerico. Hey, I went hard on that boy, though. They don't like that. I'm trying to win. Period. I'm trying to win. Point blank. All I'm saying, look, though, Jasmine, though, she did take the higher road, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know, and she just keep attacking the GOP. She probably knows something I don't know, though. You know what I'm saying? If she doing good in the race, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no sense. But I do want to say, like, I heard a podcaster say something. I do want to comment on that race. You know what I'm saying? Jasmine for Texas, episode number 8. That's on Monday. 6:45 a.m. Eastern. I do want to comment, though. I heard a podcaster say something about, he was saying something like he felt that, you know, Tellerico got a bump or a surge or something like that. I just don't see that at all. What I saw more voters voted in the Democratic primary in Houston than the last 2-3 cycles. Last 2-3 elections. See what I'm saying? Like you had like more people voted in Houston. It was more people voted in Houston. Jasmine said Tarrant County was the last district in Texas that the Democrats were trying to flip. And she flipped it. So I don't see how the Democratic establishment wouldn't be behind her. I want to play this for y'all. I thought this was so cool. I thought this was really cool, man. Listen to this, y'all. This ain't just me. Look, this ain't just me thinking that the Democrats aren't supporting Jasmine enough. I'm talking about basically the white liberals. They're not supporting Jasmine enough. Listen to this. There's other people saying this too.
To be clear, I'm not.
For years, Jasmine Crockett was everything that the far left claimed that they wanted in a leader. A brilliant civil rights attorney, a fierce advocate for voting rights, a woman who stood at committee hearings and dismantled Republican talking points with surgical precision. When she called out Trump and the Republican Party, aggressive far leftists erupted in applause. When she became a national voice of the Democratic Party representing the future of a multiracial democracy fighting for the working class, she was hailed as our Democratic superstar. That was when she was convenient. That was when she was their megaphone, their frontline soldier, not when she became their candidate. Representative Jasmine Crockett announced she was running for.
So that's not just me feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? That's other people feeling like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go hard. That's what I do. I'm going to go hard. I'm not here to be nobody friends. You got to understand, I'm not a Democrat. I ain't got no love for James Tellerico. If Jasmine was not to get past him in that primary, Jasmine for Texas would be over, and we would not be talking about no Texas Senate race or no James Tellerico. I'm not trying to get no Democrat elected in the state of Texas. That's why all y'all people, especially Republicans who accuse me as a Christian of supporting a Democrat, even though their social stance on certain issues, need to understand I'm not a Democrat. I'm not in support of no Democrat. Only Democrat I care about is Jasmine. I don't care if she's a Democrat. I don't care if she's a Republican. I don't care if she's an independent. It's Jasmine. That's what you don't understand. So if you're a Democrat, you're like, oh, don't go at James Tellerico, because if Jasmine don't win, I'm out. You got to understand this do or die for me. Jasmine going to keep going in Texas. You know, she young, she going to run again. She going to but see, I'm saying, this is what happened with VP Harris. We could be reporting on VP Harris campaign right now. You see what I'm saying? I don't do no soft serve. It's win or lose. It's win or go home. This do or die. VP Harris might never be a politician ever again. That's once you get to the level she is, it's hard to win to be a president. We only have 47 in our less men than that. A lot of them won re-elections in our history. It's hard to be president. That's what I'm saying. This show, what Eminem said, you better lose yourself in the moment, then the music, the moment. You better never own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity for you might come once in a lifetime. And that's real. That's why people love Eminem. That's why I just said it, because it's real. I ain't going to say nothing that ain't real. Yeah, opportunity might come once in a that kind of opportunity ain't gonna keep knocking. I know if you in the middle of that, you in the middle of that. I'm not in the middle of that. I'm looking at it different. I'm looking at it like she gotta knock this dude out the park. One chance. And then when we get ready for November, we got one chance. Whoever wearing the banner and come May, I'm gonna be on their head every single week. It's going to ratchet it up. You say, oh, we don't need Texas to win. Like I'm working for the Democratic Party. Oh, the Democrats are looking at upsetting. We don't need Texas to win. The Democrats don't care about the Texas. Well, who cares what a Democrat care about? You need to care about winning the White House, the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, because you lost them all. We don't care. Once you lose, we don't want no more losers to keep us leading us to loserdom. We don't want you to keep leading us to losses. Y'all lost. So go sit down. You lost. What you talking about? Oh, the Democrat, we're looking at. You got the lowest approval rating in the history of any party. The Democrats' approval rating is the lowest of any party, any group, lower than President Trump's, lower than anything. The Democratic approval rating is lower than 18%. What you talking about? Go sit down somewhere, bro. You don't get to talk. You lost. You a loser. You don't get to talk. You don't just lose. You lost everything. Everything. You done lost the Supreme Court. Every branch of government is being controlled by a Republican. Every branch. I was trying to tell you, oh, where my beer at? You was trying to tell you back then. Go back and look at my live streams. Yeah, y'all think I just be getting on President Trump. I'll never get on no Democrats. That's what y'all think. That's not the truth. It's just that Jasmine, my girl, so I'm going to ride with her. I'm not going to get on Jasmine, no. I'm not going to get on VP Harris, no. Why would I get on but I'm going to get on whoever's standing on that other side, bro. I was dumping on President Trump at that time. I was dumping on President Trump. Dumping on him. I said that she needed to go get Liz Cheney, and then Liz Cheney, she was with Liz Cheney. But we ran that campaign like for Republicans, and I learned that lesson with VP Harris. Like, nah, you ain't no Republicans. We gonna go get the people that you gonna vote for you. We gonna be trying to Corey. You got Liz saying them people ain't finna vote for her. We learned that. That's a lesson learned. So I ain't gonna make that mistake with Jasmine. That dude is not your. I don't care nothing about James Tellerico. I don't care how much them Democrats like him. None of them my friends. Ain't nobody my friends. I got a sledgehammer of truth, and the truth is Jasmine or nothing. Where it goes, it's Jasmine or nothing. I don't care nothing about no Democratic Party. I'm not trying to help. Which one of y'all paying me? So I'm trying to say, what address you sending my check to? Oh, he ain't sending me no check. Oh, somebody said, oh, you don't want to get in no hip-hop style beef. You don't want to get in no hip-hop style beef with hip-hop style beef. Oh, yeah, President Trump, he ain't listening to none of that. President Trump, you saying you don't want to get in that hip-hop style beef. Have y'all seen... They ain't thinking about this. I wish somebody play this for Jasmine, baby. They're not thinking about this. Look, listen to the dude who said you don't want to get in no hip-hop style beef. You don't want to get on no hip-hop style beef. That's what you said. That's what you said, right?
Big money, new maps, and the highest stakes in the...
You don't want to get in no
Tonight, though, with
hip-hop style beef.
top races in the state of Texas, and that is the race for U.S. Senate. Early voting started today. The candidates, as you'd imagine, are now hitting the campaign trail, all out trying to earn your vote. Let me start you with the Democratic Party tonight. You have State Representative
Let's
James
get the
Talmadge.
Democrats because you don't want to get in no hip-hop style beef. Let's go to the other side.
Hunt. All three of those gentlemen are vying.
Because I'm telling you what's coming in November.
Since entering this race,
I'm telling you, you don't want to get in none. Because I'm saying on their side, Conan already saying Paxton a criminal. On their side, Paxton already saying Conan need to sit down. They saying it directly. But you don't want to, the Democrats over here acting like girls. We don't want to get in no beef. No hip-hop, this a combat sport, boy. You going home. You gonna go home. And you gonna be a memory. It ain't no more questioning nobody in D.C. You gonna do exactly what President Trump and Governor Abbott did. Draw you out and send you home. That's what they trying to do to you. You got to keep that in your mind. How much do you want it? Hip-hop style beef. Jasmine didn't say that. It's a podcaster. He said that. You don't want to get in no hip-hop style beef. And Tellerica over there trying to knock your knees off from under you. And you just gonna just let them knock your knees out because you don't want to get in no beef. I gotta be, because they say that I'm whatever. I gotta be the one that why the little white dude get to do is say whatever. He get to pull cons. Oh, he just took advantage. Nah, he didn't just take advantage, bro. That was a little con move. It wasn't a bad con move. It was a little junior con. He ain't like he committed some kind of crime, but he's a little lie, little white lie or two. Little misrepresentation. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm going to get at his head. That's how Ghost going to get down. I'm saying if you ain't getting down like that, I understand that. I feel that, respect that. Don't come at me like that talking about a hip-hop style beef. And you just got skull dragged. That's you 0-4 talking about I don't want to get in it. You can't talk about nothing you don't want to do, homeboy. You need, whoever said that, you and whatever show you on, y'all need to go sit down. Oh, well, the Democrats don't need Texas. What you trying to say? Oh, you trying to say, oh, we don't care if we lose. You know, we just want to be polite and pleasant. Well, we need somebody else because Paxton ain't going to be polite with you and Cronin ain't going to be polite with you either. They coming for you. They going to come for you. They ain't finna shake your hand. That's how I go see it. I'm trying to win. I'm a very competitive person. That's something a lot of people don't know about me. I'm very competitive. I ain't going to let you get the ups on me. Hey, you got the ups on me and I ain't breathing no more. That's one thing. You get the ups on me and I could spin the block. I'm going to spin the block on you. 5 times, 10 times. I'm going to keep hitting you. That's how I get down, bro. I'm trying to win. This a competition. This ain't if it's a beauty pageant, it's still a competition. But if it's a beauty pageant, you know, you could just play the music for me. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Douche, 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 douche. If it's a beauty pageant, you know you could be pretty, and then they could come in there and say, keep your voice down. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. But the music, douche, 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 douche. And we doing a beauty pageant. Like, this ain't no beauty pageant, bro. It's people's lives at stake on the line. We tired of lying politicians. You got to see, I ain't got $10 million. I'm struggling. So you see what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, whenever I come, everything I come with, I'm going to come with it. I'm going to come with it from a position that I'm in. I'm not seeing it from your 10 million position, whether it don't matter if you do it or don't. I'm not saying we trying to get our lives better. We want somebody who going to go fight and win to make our lives better. That's what we looking for when we looking for a politician. Fight and win. Whatever it take. He doing whatever it take. You need to too. Angus says Democrats want men to act like girls. Man, I believe so, man. It seemed like that, Angus, man. Who are you talking to, man? He's insane. You feel me? I feel like that though, Angus. Real talk though. That's not who Ghost is. I can only be who I am, man. Who God created me to be. Bipartisanship party strong. Yeah, if we could do that. If you could do that, we could do that when we ain't running no race. You feel me? Save the earth, we could do that when we not running a race. But when we running a race, you got to win that race. Because if they win that race, we ain't never going to have no bipartisanship. So you want to win. Go win first, and then we could start changing stuff. You got to win first. So I'm trying to get you into that mindset that we want to win. We want to win, baby. We ain't losing nothing. We going to shock the world. We going to Barack Obama. Shock the world. Forget what the little dude over here, little peon dude say, and this little peon dude talking about, like, you know everything. They think they so smart. You've been so smart the whole time, losing the election. Mispredicting stuff. I'm saying I don't do none of that. You talking news and you talking flapper trap. I'm saying what I do is action. I file lawsuits and I tell you what's going to happen. Stuff you could judge, straight, real actions. But we don't need no hip-hop style beef. But we're just going to go lose because Paxton and Cronin on the Republican side, they getting at each other. The only one playing nice is Wesley Hunt, really. But Ken Paxton and John Cronin, they're not playing nice. They getting at each other head. Look at their campaign ads. They calling each other nice. Ken Paxton is a crook. I'm telling you. They at each other. They ain't trying to play nice. It's not a beauty contest. You got to understand what this is. That maybe the Democrats will stop losing. Taylor Ramont, and when he won in Texas, I'm saying, but this is a statewide election in one of the biggest states in America. And every last one of them saying it's not easy to win there. It's not. They lost. Listening to them people, they lost. You can listen to someone help you win. I know what I'm talking about. I ain't trying to play fair. See, they all Democrats, so they gonna try to support the white boy if Jasmine will lose. If Jasmine lose, they really don't care. They just gonna go put the white. They gonna be behind the white boy. Every one of them black, listen to me. Every one of them black people who talking on old boy channel, if Jasmine lose, and any of them from today gonna be down there voting for that white boy because they are Democrats. I'm not a Democrat. You gotta understand that. So really, it's kind of weird because it's like they really for each other. They really for both candidates while they battling each other. If it was two candidates I liked that was doing that, I could understand that. If Gavin Newsom and VP Harris are going at each other, I'm kind of going to stay out of it, even though I'm kind of one up with VP Harris. I like Gavin, so I'm going to be slower to speak because I like that dude. You see what I'm saying? So I understand what it is. But I'm saying they thinking that I'm a Democrat because I'm trying to support Jasmine. I'm not a Democrat. I don't care about your party. I think if she don't win, you're going to lose anyway. So I tear that dude to shreds. The only thing I see is Jasmine. If Jasmine lose, I'm out. I'm not supporting him. So what we talking about? You not paying me no money. I'm not a Democrat and you ain't paying me no money. What we talking about? If she lose, I'm out. Texas or that race, I'm out. Period. I'm not going with him all the way to DC. I don't care if y'all lose or win. See, that's the difference. So these Democrats talking because they really gonna support Tellerico and gonna want to go after Tellerico. If he was to win, they'll still be on him. I'm not gonna be on him. That's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I move the way I move, because I'll tear him to shreds. Daily. If I thought she was in a position where she was going to lose, bro, listen, I'm a strategist. All I need to do is give you the ammunition for you to use. That's it. I'm not going to sit there. Jasmine's getting the millions. She's getting the money. All I need to do is say the words that somebody to use to get at his head. That's it. Just the words. That's all I need to do. The little promotion and stuff I do, I'm not looking to get voted. What, like 200 voters in the end? Fine. I'm not looking at. I'm just trying to I just want baby girl to win. You gotta understand where I'm coming from. They don't care about her winning, really. She a black girl, that's why they care a little bit more. But they don't really care about her winning. They want a Democrat to win. That's why dude said that the Democrats aren't looking to win Texas. What? Ain't nobody care about what no Democrats looking to win, bro. He think I'm in the Democratic Party. You not even understanding the situation, homeboy. Don't care about what no Democrat care about they trying to win. Who care about what a Democrat trying to win? I don't care. Oh, they're trying to flip Alaska. Look, usually in those times, I take mental notes. I think he said Ohio. I take a mental notes of the toss-up states and the states that, but I don't, when we get closer to November and we doing news and we talking about the entire election, then we'll talk about that. But until now, all I care about is one girl, female, in the state of Texas, whose name is Jasmine Crockett. That's all I care about. I want her to WIN, not look good, not say good. I don't care about no Democrat. I don't care about no James Tellerico. I don't care about the Democrats in that state. I don't care about nothing but Jasmine, boy. That's it. When Jasmine, we gonna turn the lights off. Legal Wars Live is, we turn the lights off on Texas. Ain't nobody care about no Texas, Ohio. I'm going to just come out and give y'all the same straight up stuff. If y'all let President Trump, he going to end up holding that Senate. And if he hold that House, I'm going to talk about you bad. Listen, the Democrats got a chance to even the numbers because of that special election, Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat, but the Republican is winning. So far, President Trump, he jumped out there and endorsed somebody. President Trump, wasn't it yesterday? I think he went and did a rally in Marjorie Taylor Greene's district. He rallying in that district, in that seat. You know what I'm saying? I say good luck to the Democrats. Run good just do the Mandami model. And you should be fine in most of your elections. Good luck to the Democrats. But I'm saying as far as Ghost is concerned, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get Democrats. I don't care where they trying to win at. He missed the whole boat. I don't care what. You feel me? I'm up here in New York, so I know AOC and them, Hakeem and them, they all, but come on. AOC, she ain't got no competitive race. Hakeem ain't gonna have no competitive race. If they running all of them, their races ain't gonna be. If Jasmine was running for Congress again, that race wouldn't be competitive. This is the only thing that I see on the map right now that I have any interest in. Is Jasmine, and I want her to win. I want to do Jasmine for Texas all the way up through November. Hey, how many episodes can we get to? You know what I'm saying? But if she don't win, what? Tellerico for Texas? Nah, it ain't gonna happen. I'm out. Gone. See you. No, why would Tellerico be a better choice than Crockett? Why? If he cannot beat her in the primary, how is he a better choice? That makes no sense. The Republicans and independents that you're going to get to vote for him, you're going to lose them in Black and Hispanics. Definitely Blacks. This is Texas. If you're not familiar with Texas politics, then you know what I'm saying? It's Texas. It's the South. It's different Democrats. It's different Republicans. I told y'all 1,000 times, them Democrats in Texas will never do what them Democrats in Minneapolis did. You ain't seeing Democrats organizing and marching and stuff like that in the South like they do up here. Bro, I got to Michigan, bro. I'm in a little small town right before I went to Portage. And, bro, I'm riding through Michigan, bro, and I just see a bunch of Democrats out there. They just protesting for no wasn't no kings. There wasn't no big going. It was just Democrats out there protesting. They just protesting. They pick a Saturday. About 40 of them, they just out there protesting. You ain't gonna see that in the South nowhere. Show me in Louisiana where you see Democrats out there doing that. If it's no kings in the big cities in the South where it's Democrats in concentration at. But I'm saying you ain't even in Houston, you don't just see people out there just protesting against nothing. Oh, we protesting Trump. They really don't do that. They do that. Democrats are different in this. You got to understand the politics of the area before you speak on it. She said Jasmine can win in New York. Yes, she can, and she could win in Texas too. She could win in Texas too, bro. There's plenty of white people who will vote for Jasmine. All them white people who vote for Tellerico, once he lose, they gonna come over and vote for Jasmine too. She gonna just watch what I tell you. Hey, look, you see these sleeves? It's about 8 tricks up these sleeves. Watch what I tell you. Let her win on March the 3rd. And then watch that Jasmine for Texas after March the 3rd. Watch that. Oh, I ain't never thought of that before. Oh, we could do that too. Oh yeah, that's a real good idea. Watch what happens. You think I've been plotting on beating Republicans and the Bro, I come from Mississippi. Mississippi way redder than Texas is, boy. I'm talking about on the Mississippi got more blacks than Texas per capita. You understand that? Per capita, there's more black people, but Texas got the largest number. Concentration. Texas is a much bigger state. Texas 10 times the population of Mississippi, 3 million. Texas 30 million. Let me tell you something, boy. Where I'm from, where that 40% black in the whole state. I'm saying where I'm from, even all along them coastal cities, Republican. Oh, this is a city. It's a lot of black people. Republican. Oh, this is Republican. Oh, that Republican. Ain't no Democrat. Like what? It's all Republicans. Ain't no Democrats nowhere. State House Republicans. Oh, it is Democrats in Jackson. It's Democrats where the black people are, large numbers of black people. But I'm saying the whole state primarily is red. State House Republican. Governorship Republican. When a Democrat won the last one, a Republican. So we done this, bro, in redder territories than Texas. Trust me. Your boy Ghost got a whole strategy how to win in a red state for a Democrat. I'm telling you, somebody asked me what campaign did I run before. I had an opportunity to. But it wasn't no money on the table. I can't volunteer and you paying the white boy to do your campaign. I'm going to let the white boy do your campaign. And guess what? Johnny Dupree, what happened to Mayor Dupree? He went out there and got beat. He got blown out. Because that white boy trying to run a traditional campaign. You cannot run a traditional campaign in Texas. Jasmine and them know that. But I'm saying, we know that. So you know you need to get the black voters to vote. They going to come vote, really. But you need to make sure you shored up your base. Okay, she see the base shored up. She's showing people. I'm looking at the action on the ground. What's happening in them polls? Who's going out there to vote? That's what I'm looking at. And so people are like, yeah, but I'm saying like in November though, you're gonna need more than that in November. He said they mental slaves. Nah, you say mental slaves, Donnie. I say they real slaves. I look at them as almost like they real slaves. People be real slaves, really. I believe in that corporate slavery. During slave days, what the slave master provided you was a place to stay. I don't know if they gave them horses, a place, but let's just say they gave them a dry. They gave you your clothes, and they fed you. That's what the slave master do. But I'm saying now, the slave master is those big, giant businesses and corporations or your boss. And so you go to work, and instead of him buying you or giving you the stuff directly, he just give you the check. He give you the money. And what you do with the money, you go get your place to stay. You come buy your car. But see, you can't do what you want. You're going to come and go. Y'all don't understand. Your boss at your job, he almost control your life. Almost. Because you need that check. You need that money. That's the slavery. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm working for money. That's pretty much slavery. The way our system is set up, to where all the people, the slave masters got the money and all the slaves out here doing the work. And the slave master ain't doing nothing but getting rich and fat like ghosts. Sitting around like ghosts. He ain't sitting around though in the BMW. He upstairs though in the mansion. And y'all out there working like slaves while he get rich. That's corporate slave. That's modern slavery to me. He said he went to McDonald's and the only white people in the restaurant is because where you at. If you go to Lower Manhattan, it won't be like that. And Lower Manhattan, it ain't nothing but white people. You see what I'm saying? I gotta stay on the island. Hey, you go to Brooklyn though, shout out Brooklyn. You go to Queens, shout out Queens. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's just what your flavor is, bro. I want to stay on the island. People talk about Manhattan, but Harlem is on the island. Harlem is right north of Manhattan. It ain't no community really that got respect amongst the black community. You talking about Harlem? On the island, so you can't say nothing about black or white. I just like that island, man, in New York City. So it's just where you at. If you in Harlem, right over Harlem, it's like Dominican Republican. So it's a bunch. You go in the store over there, you stop at a McDonald's over there, it's none but Dominicans. There's different neighborhoods across New York City. You know what I'm saying? New York represents every neighborhood really in the entire world. You said check if the voting is rigged, man. I don't know if there's anything what can we do about rigged voting? I'm saying if I was Jasmine Shue and them, I would be watching that because that's what President Trump and them do. But see, that's what's different with the Democrats. Not talking about Jasmine, but the Democrats, if this was that podcast, they'll be over there, oh, he's crazy, he's insane, he talking about voting is rigged. But see, President Trump, he made it like, that's how I would be. I wouldn't be accusing nobody of something being rigged, but if I know that a certain element of people with that kind of power want that white boy to win, and I know I'm a black female, I just wouldn't be stupid and ignorant. That's all I'm saying. Because if you think it's within human nature to do wrong, the Bible says man come forth from the womb, speaking lies, boy. Come out the womb speaking lies. That's what God said. It's in a man. So y'all could say I'm insane or what? That's what they said. Albert Einstein insane, but he's smarter than you. That's what make him insane. He different from everybody because he insane and he's smarter than you. They say all the real smart people insane. I heard them say that about Elon at one time, but he's smarter than you though, and you know he is. They said Albert Einstein was insane. He's smarter than you though. That's why he insane. You smart. You got everybody else's intelligence. Nobody ever call you. If they don't call you insane, you ain't that smart. Cause like my intelligence at a higher level than yours, so you don't understand it. So the things we don't understand, we just insult. Tell me why I said wrong. No, it said he worse than an infidel if he don't take care of his family. That's right. It's a lot of men you need to tell that scripture to. I ain't guess. I know a lot of men didn't take care of their family, but they don't think that. They don't think, they don't care what God say, man. Them people, they only care what God say, like what's not when it's convenient, when it works in their favor. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying I'm gonna try to get all of it. The stuff I'm doing wrong and the stuff you doing wrong. I'm gonna see all of it. Case. You saw, bro, these people like that. That's a bot right there. That's a troll. That's a troll. Yeah, anyone, if a man don't work, neither shall he eat. That's what the Bible says, yeah. But if you can't work, what you do? If you ain't got no legs, Donnie, what you supposed to do? God was talking about him. He can't work. Hey, what if you can't work? What you supposed to do? The people who born mentally retarded, what they can't work? What they supposed to do? You gotta understand what God talking about. He ain't talking about people who can't work. He talking about the ones who can. If a man don't work, neither shall he eat. Yeah, he talking about the ones who can work. If you can't work, he not talking about you. God ain't gonna make you. God's not gonna put something more on you than you could bear. He's not gonna make something be that's not. He's a honest and a just God. If you can't work, then he's not talking about you. He's talking about the ones who can work. Yeah, if a man can't work, neither shall he eat. Get your lazy self out there and work. When I worked 3 different jobs, I could tell you, well, 2 of them I could remember that I worked 17 days in a row or plus. No, 3 of them. One job, I worked like 30 days. I promise you on everything I love. On my mama. I worked every single day during the summer in one job. And one year I was a server. My numbers was top 3 every week in sales because I worked every single day. Every day. That's the only way I know I could get $3,000. I needed $3,000. I know if I go to work, I'm gonna get 100 in tips, minimum. I needed 700 a week minimum to survive. So I went to work every day. I probably made about $4,800 that summer. Every day. I unload 18-wheelers. On that job, I worked 17 days in a row, unload 18-wheelers. If a man don't work, neither shall he eat. If a man can't work, God's not talking about him, Donnie. If you can't go to work, Donnie, he ain't talking about a man who can't work. He's talking about the men who can work. The kind of work that I can do, like I'm willing to do the kind of work that I can do. Jasmine could call me any day. I could do that kind of work, but I can't go work a 9 to 5 at her campaign place. Even when I do that kind of work, it's gonna have to be remote, Donnie. That's what I'm saying. There's some stuff that I can do. I cannot work around people. How you could run a job like that's what I'm saying. Like your average business, Donnie, that you have, I'm not going to be able to work it because I can't be around people. I'm saying I'm 45. I've been through this countless times. 27 years of work history. That's established. You cannot defeat it in no court. You're not going to win in no court with it. It says God won't put no more on you could bear and provide a way out. Yeah. On the generosity of people, put that scripture in the Bible, first of all. And second of all, bro, nah, that's not how it works in this day, in this society. You, Donnie, that's a nice try, though. It ain't working like that. It's not going to work like that. You'll get impeached, Donnie. You'll get impeached. Real talk. I'm talking about all the way out the way. You don't think it can happen? You'll get impeached, Donnie. It don't work like that. The government is going to provide the means to take care of its citizens, period. That's how we rocking it in 2026. Or you got to go. It's one or the other. You help the people or you go home. One or the other. We'll get you out the way, Donnie. Real talk. Get you out the way. You don't think it could happen. You don't think it's possible. You're going to start seeing things look a lot different, though, starting in January 2027. That's not how it works, Donnie. We'll get you out the way. You got to go home. You're going to go home. Wherever your home is. Going to go back to Florida. Real talk. Get you out the way. Especially these countries starting to charge people on the Epstein list and stuff, bro. I'm saying, like, nah, you take care of people. If they disabled, it ain't no depending on the generosity of others, bro. Get on down with that. That ain't what you saying when you get before you go get elected, go tell the people, all the disabled and elderly in America, we gonna get rid of Social Security because the Bible says you gotta survive off the generosity of others. Go out there and say that in a campaign speech before we voted for you and watch what'll happen. You're gonna get you out the way. We don't do that, homeboy. You gotta stand on what it is. That's just what it is. The people that's disabled, they're disabled. What you gonna do? You can't take their money, you're gonna get them paid 10 times. You're gonna get sued. In a lawsuit you can't win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, look, people be thinking they gonna get out of stuff, bro. I let them think what they want to. I let them, you can think whatever you want to. I know how this gonna end. I don't care how long it take. I know how it's gonna end. You either riding with ghosts or you riding against them, one or the other. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people riding against me, they hiding their hands, they throwing rocks and hiding their hands. If I knew you was riding against me, boy, I'd call you by your name. You shall sue me if you want to. That's the biggest mistake you'll ever make in your life. No one will ever try again. I want the first person to try to sue me. You'll never try it again. Because I'm going to countersue you and win. And you going to sue me and lose. I don't care who your lawyer is. I'm telling you how it's going to go. I'm going to put him in the position he ain't trying to get in. I'm telling you, it's less about the law and it's more about a strategy. Winning in the court, my daddy said that to me. I thought that was the craziest thing I ever heard. He ain't say it the way I understand it now because I understand it. But I'm saying his certain words, he put me on the right path. But I'm saying like the court, that system is less about the law. The law ain't really, you could pull any kind of law and make it mean anything you want it to mean. It ain't nothing about them laws really. It's about the customs of that court, which is the rules of civil procedure, and the strategy that you have to get that money. That's what it's about, to get that verdict. That's what it's about. Angus says, brother, what do you think when witches gathered to cast binding spells on Trump, considering Satan can't cast out Satan and the kingdom divided? Can't stand. Angus, I like that, bro. I like that. He said, brother, what do you think when witches come witches and Satan can't cast out Satan? You right. You right. I don't know. He on President Trump. They trying to cast out devils. I said President Trump devils. Angus, you too funny, man. I like you, Angus. Donnie, what happened to you, baby? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, y'all have liked the video. Y'all go ahead and like the video. You say, Ghost, you a little early with this outro little thingy, but you know, guys, it's 2:20. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 25 minutes, guys. We're going to go to 3 hours. We haven't got any donations, so guys, I do this every time we stream, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. However long y'all want to stream, y'all can stream, but your boy do need some donations, though. You know what I'm saying, man? I can't get y'all out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's raining and everything, but I'll roll the window down. It's not raining. It's more like sleeting, man. I come out here all the time, y'all. That is like one of the most beautiful scenes I have seen. I've been to, y'all know somebody, hold on a second. Somebody told me the other day, guys, that I ain't never done nothing. I ain't never done nothing in my life. Like, that same person talking, he been in Mississippi living his same boring life for the last 15, 20 years. Bro, I'm saying I've lived in 4 states in the last 4 years, lived in them for at least 4 months. My home state of Mississippi, I only been there for 4 months in 4 years. Since 2022. Since I moved out of my apartment in December of 2022, I have only been in my home state, Mississippi, for 4 months in 4 years. And I never do nothing or go nowhere. I ain't never seen nothing. This same person who talking, I know he ain't never been to New York City before. He too scared to travel. Hey, look, this person I'm talking about. Hey, y'all, this person I'm talking about, he went on a cruise before. He was scared on the cruise. He said he'd never go back on the cruise before again. Oh, Angus said that really happened, y'all. He said some witches trying to pray over President Trump. Some witches. Some witches, y'all. Some witches playing on President Trump. Somebody said I don't mean I've been productive. I filed 6 lawsuits. I got a company with Miller Ray Legal LLC. That's all I'm supposed to do. I filed 6 lawsuits. I closed out 2 of them since July of 2020. Bro, you talking about being productive? In them same 4 years, I started a business. I filed 26 lawsuits. I paid off car. I paid off $70,000 in debt, bro. I done done so much stuff. It's only one thing that I got left to do in my life, and that's really to buy a house. That's it. Like I created a life for myself without having to work. You don't understand that, bro. Like, bro, like, so I hadn't worked since June of 2023. Listen, June 24, 25. This June, that'll be 3 solid years I have not punched the clock for nobody. So you talking about I haven't been productive? Just because my life looks like this, it don't take me, bro. I could go, listen. They try to write hey, they try to rewrite the police report. You can't rewrite that police report, homeboy. Listen, you feel that? You can't rewrite no police report, homeboy. I got that whole police report. Now. You can't rewrite those lies she told. But what I'm saying is this lawsuit ready to go right now. It's on the computer. All I need is the final edit on it. Thank you. Let go, my girl. Hey, when I see you. Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, this lawsuit ready to go. You feel that? I'm saying, for me to prepare it, it took about 15 hours. To do the editing, it take about 2 hours. Once it's done, what we talking about? That's the whole lawsuit. You mad at me because that's what my work is. It take an hour and a half. I got a case. The first case that I filed, the lawyer just sent me my discovery, my deposition. So it's going to take me, I got to go print it, take me 5 hours, send it back. I'm working the case. I got 3 cases working, right? Finna have 5 cases. I closed 2 of them down. You can't be no more productive as that as a paralegal. These are whole cases. What else? As a paralegal, what else I'm supposed to be doing? What I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, no, I've been productive. I'm saying in the situation I am, there ain't no productivity to give you. You only gonna be productive is the money you have. Somebody's slow. You can't see. You only can see in your box. That's it. You got to be able to put yourself in someone else's situation, shoes, eyes. That's what empathy is called. If you cannot work, I cannot go punch a clock. So I'm saying I got to create hustles. I'm not finna be cutting no grass or washing no cars. That's crazy. When I want to appeal in the U.S. Court of Appeals, I'm going to hustle this lane. I'm not going to be out there doing no cases for nobody, doing no paperwork for nobody. No, I'm not doing none of that. You just watch me work. Bro, listen, I don't care how long it takes. The money is coming. That's point blank. I got them 3 cases and I got somebody else who got a case. I'm talking about one of the best attorneys in New Orleans got the case. If not the best attorney in New Orleans, one of the best attorneys in the South. Let me say it like this. Look, 4 cases. Okay? I'm gonna get paid. It take a while. Yeah, baby, I heard you. I'm gonna get paid. It don't matter. I'm gonna get paid. This ain't my first time doing it. This ain't my second time doing it, guys. Since I started this business, I filed my first lawsuit in August of 2023. No, 2022. August of 2022, man, Miller Ray Legal finna be 4 years old. That's been a long time. August of 2022, I filed my first lawsuit. So if you go to 2023, how many times, Donnie, have you got over $5,000 at one time? How many times have your paycheck been over $5,000, Donnie, since 2023? That's only 2. We're going to count 2 years. How many times has your paycheck been over $5,000? Because you say you don't work, you don't eat. How many times your paycheck been over $5,000? How many times your paycheck been over 10 racks? I can't ask Jasmine. Nobody like how they be getting bread. I'm just saying, an ordinary dude. How many times your paycheck been over 15,000? How many times your paycheck been 20 racks? In the last 2 years. That was my goal, Donnie. I can't go punch a clock and save money like you. The only way you gonna get wealth in America, unless you start a business like Elon or something, I'm saying the average person, you gotta save money. Even Elon, to keep his wealth, he gotta save it. If he go spend it, he ain't gonna have nothing. He gotta keep it. You gotta save it. So listen, if I cannot go punch a clock, it's impossible for me to save money. Period. What we talking about? The only way that I'm going to be able to live like Donnie, I got to get it all at one time. I figured that out. So that's why I started a Miller Ray Legal. And over 6 or 7 times, I done got 5 racks in 2 years at once. That's what I'm saying. That's how I'm going to make moves. That's how I make moves. If I did not have to pay off that last car that I had, I probably would have bought a house. I had the money for the down payment. Not something big, something small. Small and nice, customized to my taste. Neon lights all the way in it. Want to put a jacuzzi in it, small and nice. I had a down payment for it, but I had to pay the car off. I was underwater. I owe $14,000 on a car that was like 18 years old. 14 racks. On a car that was 18 years old. I had to get from under that. Cause I was going in, bro, when I had the money, I could have just went and bought this car, probably $1,000 down payment, and then went and bought the house. Over with. You see what I'm saying? But because I had that, and then in the earlier situation when I got 7 racks, I could have made a move. I just didn't want to stay in Texas. What can I say? There go my baby. She said, keep manifesting your dreams. Thank you for the donation too, baby. You see what I'm saying? Donnie, that's a supporter right there. That's a supporter. Look, Smashley, so what happened is in May, I had got probably about 18 racks. Okay? So I get about 18,000 from the U.S. Treasury in May. Miss Lori noticed that was on the channel. I was waiting for Social Security. So, like I said, I owe $14,000 on a 2008 Lexus. 14 racks on a 2008 Lexus. Come on, y'all, you know. And I ain't making fun of my loan company. I just refinanced the loan too many times. You feel me? So I had to get from under that. And so I had to, like, I gave my mom's like 3 racks or something like that. And then I spent about 7 racks getting this car. And it wasn't really about getting this car, like, oh, yo, I want to go stun with a BMW. It was more about getting from under that Lexus that I was finna lose and destroy my credit on. The point was to get my credit right to buy a house. I just got $70,000 in student debt paid off right before VP Harrison left the office. Okay? And then, like, I went and paid off that car, so my credit was, like, straight. It was super straight. But then, like, I probably had, like, about 7 racks or so in the bank. And y'all, Miss Lori probably remember, I went to North Carolina, did a part in a couple of videos, Tennessee. I came back to Mississippi, and then I had a situation with the police department. I'm saying, listen, I'm chilling. Bro, I got cops camped outside my house, basically, waiting for me to drive the car. Anywhere I go, they looking for me, trying to pull me over. You say, you Ghost? Yeah, Ghost. What Ghost? What you doing? You selling drugs, Ghost? You ain't telling us? Nah. Ghost, you pimping hoes? Nah. Dude saying that I got an expired driver's license. So they running a whole police operation committing fraud, wasting taxpayer dollars. They done pulled me over about 10 times, wrote 3 tickets, and ain't none of the tickets stuck. You got to understand, I got a disability. I got a behavior disorder, personality disorder. Miss Lori know this. Donnie, you just don't know this. So I'm saying, like, Smashly, so, like, they keep messing with me. But I had a panic attack. Bro, I went up to the city hall, bro. They came up to the city hall where I'm at. They following me places where I'm just normally. I go up to the city hall chilling. They come up there and they harassing me. I have a panic attack. I'm saying I filed a lawsuit on them. How can I stay in that city and they retaliate on their citizens? I can't stay in that city. Anything I do, you don't understand that. It's like a real civil rights case. Don Lemon go out there, Smashly and Miss Lori and Donnie. Don Lemon go out there, not hating on Don Lemon, and he get arrested for going into church. He shouldn't have got arrested, but he's some, bro, I'm talking about, it started off in my city with the police pulling me over every time there go the blue lights. There go the blue lights. There go the blue lights. I'm talking about every time I moved, they were pulling me over. Every time I moved. So I sued them. I left. I went to Tennessee. I probably had like 3 wrecks. I left and I went to Tennessee. When I was in Tennessee, I dumped on them. I sued them. It's an open case right now in open litigation. I sued them for like $76,000. So what I'm saying, I can't stay in Mississippi no more. And I'm not going back to Texas. Those are the 2 places where I got 2 houses at, where I could stay with. My family at, in Texas and Mississippi. I can't go back to Texas. I'm not going back to Texas right now. And I can't go back to Mississippi. And I was in Tennessee at the time. I had filed a lawsuit. So you know what I said? I said, bro, I ain't never been to New York City. I ain't never been to Pennsylvania. I ain't never been to Ohio, Donnie. Never been to Cleveland before. You hear me? Shoot, I ain't never been to Massachusetts. I ain't never been to Connecticut. I was like, man, I told this man I was finna spend Christmas in New York City. He laughed at me. I remembered all that stuff when I was in Tennessee. And I just started dumping lawsuits. I started dumping them. And it just take 2 years for them to close, Smash. So I got to close that lawsuit before I could go back home. What I'm going to do? Oh, Ghost, well then, why don't you just go get an apartment? Because that ain't with the move. Well, I'm going to stay in New York? No. When I go out west, I'll get an apartment. Definitely. I'm saying it's going to happen, guys, within the next, we've been here 6 months. It's going to happen within it should have happened already, the next 30 days. I'm expecting a payment for a pre-settlement loan. I'm expecting a payment for some work I done, bro. There's the apartment. When I get paid, bro, I get paid in lump sums. It's going to be 5 racks or better. Ask Miss Lori, she know. You know what I'm saying? 10 racks, 20 racks. I showed y'all on the phone the other day, Smash. I showed y'all, baby. Miss Lori, I know you understand. Like Miss Lori, look, y'all, the people who rock with me, you see what I'm saying? Miss Lori rock with me. Miss Lori don't judge me for any situation that I'm in because she know I'm a good person. I don't do no illegal drugs, nothing I'm prescribed to. And number 3, I'm not making this an excuse. That's why I listed in number 3. I have a disability. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that with the behavior disorder I have, if I'm not able to get along with the police department in the city, what you going to do if it was you? If I stay in the city, I'm going to go to jail or get shot. One of the 2 things going to happen. With the animosity that was going on between me and the police where I was from, I was going to go to jail and get shot. This dude got a gun, he got a badge, and he got a license to shoot my black. You put the rest in there. He got a gun, a badge, and a license to shoot my black. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm a Christian. I ain't going to be cussed, especially not in public. So I'm saying, like, I can't beat them. I'm not going to beat them. I'm not stupid. Ghost is very intelligent. It look like this. Miss Lori understand it don't matter what it look like. You can't judge a book by its cover. It's like we see things the way we want to see them. That's what I'm saying. You got to know the real facts of the situation. I can give y'all a case number, but I ain't trying to do that. I want the judge to put a gag order on me. But I suing them myself. I'm 9-2 against attorneys. 9 wins and 2 losses in 4 years. I ain't lost a case since 2023. I went 14 months without filing a case. That's why I got in this situation. Miss Lori, remember when I was in the hotels, we were doing live streams in Texas, Donnie and Smashley from hotels. All over Texas, hotel to hotel. Miss Lori was there, coming in the live stream, giving me money. And I love my baby from Pennsylvania. You feel me? Yeah, Miss Lori, I love you, sweetheart. From Pennsylvania, support me loyally from day one. Miss Lori, support me loyally from day one. From Texas, I went to Mississippi. Miss Lori said, pop in the live stream, support me. But I'm saying, look, Smashy, I hadn't seen my mama in like 3 years. So I'm like, man, shoot, mama, she said she had just moved to a new place, like a condo, brand new. And it was like in the old people neighborhood. It was really expensive area, bro. Like super nice, gated community. And it's just her. And my mama like, what, 70? And I ain't seen her in 3 years. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm finna go drop off with my mom. I went and blessed her. I was good, bro. Going to the beach every day, doing the content. Big ghostwriter. The police, they messing with me. I can't do nothing about the police choosing to mess with me. But I stood on justice. I stood 10 on justice and I sued them. I ain't gonna let you put me in jail. I'm not a criminal. And you keep messing with me because I disagree with you. I'm saying that was in Mississippi, bro. I got Connecticut, New York. I'm saying Don Lemon, what he went through, that's been like a walk in the park for me. That's like the least of. I'm saying I had 5. I had to fight criminal cases and I'm suing people. I don't have no lawyer. He got lawyers out there. I'm by myself. I'm doing it myself. All of it. I just closed the case. They tried to put a case on me in Connecticut. You got to throw that in the trash. You can't get 1 penny from me. Trash can. Where the trash can at? Oh, you want me to say that I'm not guilty, but yeah, you just gonna say whatever and you don't get no money from me? I'll do that. But I'm saying, they went from putting cuffs on me, you feel me, handcuffing me in Connecticut. I told you about Mississippi. Since I've been on here, this still going on. So they put handcuffs on me in Connecticut, bro. You feel that? Handcuffs. After they put the handcuffs in Connecticut, bro, so we doing the trial. I'm listening to them getting all kind of fine money from these people. These people getting probation. We ain't doing the trial. We just going through the legal process. They getting probation. They getting fines, 1,500 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They trying to charge me like I made a threat. Bro, what? Bro, in the end of it, I didn't plead guilty to nothing. And that making a threat charge got dropped, so they still had disturbing the peace, and I ain't pay $1. You see what I'm saying? And because of that, you got a lawsuit that you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with. I don't care what kind of whatever you come with, I'm gonna challenge you, and I'm gonna argue better than you. I'm gonna embarrass you, because I'm just like I get on James Tellerico. Look, Jasmine, she'll probably be like, you talk about the Texas Democratic Party, the National Democratic Party, that's all her people. She probably don't care you talk about James Tellerico, but I'm saying those people, she need those people to win. See, like I'm saying, I'm so independent. I don't care. When I don't come with no attachments. That's why I say I'm so real. It's going to be straight raw. When I go at these lawyers in the court, no boys club, it's straight raw. I'm a donkey dog you to sleep. Period. I don't care. No disrespect to no judge, no disrespect to nobody, but that's just what that is. And I ain't got no kind of attachments, no kind of nothing. I come with the real. No kind of party affiliations, no kind of boy clubs, just straight real. Smashly, a W for Miss Lori. Yeah, listen, Miss Lori married and stuff. She got a husband, but Miss Lori is like super sweet, man. Like she always like coming in the stream, man. She be showing love, man. She be donating and everything like that. Real talk. To have Smashly and Miss Lori in the stream at the same time, you feel what I'm saying? Smashly said, what do you think about James Tellerico's interview being pulled from the air? What I think about that, Smash, I think that James Tellerico interview, it really wasn't pulled though, Smash. It really wasn't pulled. See, what had happened was, I did a live stream on this yesterday. He was on the internet saying that he needed money like 6 days ago. You feel me? Like he done got all this money and it's not enough. He's still losing. So he said they took a leap of faith and spent money that's not in their budget on advertising. So it's already in his mind 6 days ago. He got this Colbert interview coming up, okay? So he goes to do the Colbert interview. CBS calls them and say, hey, y'all know, y'all early voting from the start, y'all. So according to the new law the FCC had that started in January, this is what we need you to do. We need to let you give Jasmine equal time. Ain't nobody pulling nothing, Miss Lori. CBS just told them because of the new law that just kicked in January, you got to give the candidates equal time. So between Stephen Colbert and between James Tellerico, who needed some money, some fundraising, between the two of them, they came up with a plan. And the plan is that they just weren't going to do the interview. Not give Jasmine her fair time, they just weren't going to do it at all. And because they didn't do it, he tried to play a trick. He concocted a plan. And the plan is he going to go out and blame President Trump and the FCC for shutting down that show to raise money. He going to blame President Trump and the FCC whenever he could have just said that we going to just put it on YouTube. But he needed to raise money. So he posted, he going out there saying the FCC banned it. The FCC never banned it. James Tellerico and Jasmine Crockett are both elected officials. Jasmine's federal, James on the state. They are both very much aware, or should be, or those networks are as well, include Mr. Colbert, of the law in January that says both candidates get equal time. If they weren't aware of it, CBS made them aware of it. So at that point, James Tellerico and Colbert or Colbert could have made the decision to let Jasmine come on and he could have still aired. But that's not what he wanted, because 6 days ago he said he needed money, so he saw an opportunity to run some get campaign and get some money off of this. So I'm gonna go out there with my Christian preacher self and I'm gonna blame the FCC and President Trump for shutting us down with the intentions of making money, whenever that's not what really happened. What really happened is the show was pulled because they didn't want to give Jasmine equal time. That's what really happened. All right, Miss Lori, have a good day, baby. Take it easy. So that's what I'm saying. Smashy, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. You see Miss Lori, bro, she be at work, bro. She just drop in and show some love, man. And then, bro, that's what I'm talking about, boy. Miss Lori, that girl, man. You feel me? Smashy, she that girl, ain't she? Hey, but Smashy, that's what happened with James Tellerico, though. You know what I'm saying? What you think about James Tellerico, Smashy? I know you in Illinois. You know what I'm saying? He said 85 million people heard about it, like that's going to give him any kind of bump. Because Texas only got 30 million people and everybody in Texas ain't heard about it. But if you got 85 million people, then most of them people ain't in Texas. They can't vote anyway. So, like, and then if somebody hear about him not doing the interview, that's not going to make me vote for him, bro. Come on, man. What you think about Tellerico, Smashy? You think he a good candidate? Smashy, if you resided in Texas, would you vote for him over Jasmine? You gonna vote for that over Jasmine? Come on, bro. Smashy, tell me what you think. Oh man, see, that's why she my girl. She said he nothing special. Jasmine all day. That's why you my girl, Smash. That's why I rock with you. 10,000%. That's how I feel too. Like, how can you be a Democrat and say you think that Jasmine... look, they don't say that she's not a good Democrat or she don't have good policies. They don't say that she's not loyal. They don't say she's not a fighter. They don't say she's not well-spoken. They don't say none of that. They say she can't win. Tellerico's a better general election candidate. I promise you, that's the two things they say. They ain't saying nothing else negative about it. Besides, she can't win. How do they know that she can't win? How can a Democrat who done lost 30 years in a row, imagine, hey, Smash, imagine I'm going to a football team and I just bought your football team. And I got two people in here. I got a new coach and I got a coach of the football team I just bought. And they sitting in front of me. And the coach of the football team I just bought then lost 30 years in a row. 30 years in a row. I don't care if you been Democratic Party, you a part of that. Y'all done lost 30 years in a row. I don't care if you just put somebody ahead of the Democratic Party in Texas, if you brand new. I don't care about that. You got you in the same system that's 30 years in a row. I just bought the team. When I come in here, I don't want to hear nothing out of that coach that done lost 30 years in a row. What can you say? You done lost 30 years. Where this new coach at? What he talking about? We got a new playbook. Let's run something new. Because that ain't worked in 30 years. So the same people 30 years saying Jasmine can't win, just say 30 years to them. Anybody who say Jasmine can't win, just say 30 years. Y'all ain't won in 30 years. And you ain't never won a black woman. The county that they say they need to win, Smashy, was Tarrant County. For the first time ever, they had more. It ain't no Jasmine got a base in Dallas. That ain't what that is. She got a base in Dallas and Houston. And y'all gonna see she got a base all across the state of Texas with black people. We've been trying to tell you, dumb self, this for a long time. Oh, I heard a podcaster. She got a base in Dallas. What? a base in Dallas, like President Trump got a base at Mar-a-Lago. You know what I'm saying? Like, like she a rapper or something from the city of Dallas, so her fan club in Dallas. What? Nah, boy, that's them black voters who's showing up to vote for it. That's all that is. Turnout, mobilize, turnout, mobilize. That's all we talking about on Monday. Turnout, mobilize. How do we turn out and mobilize? That's all we talking about. You turn out and mobilize. I told y'all, ask Smashy, was that Jasmine for Texas #7? I said, if she turn out the black voters in Houston and Dallas and she win them by 70 to 80%, and she get her numbers to about 500,000 to show up and vote in Houston and Dallas, it's over with. I told y'all that already. That's the game plan anyway. Houston and Dallas. I know she going to all them cities. I'll be running them commercials on Legacy Media, Houston, in Houston, them suburbs, them old people. She already from Dallas. Run them numbers up. It's over with. Smashy says, I think she got it all across the country. That's my girl. All across the country. Smashy, that's why she my girl. All across the country, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why I promote, like, Jasmine in Manhattan. She talking about New York and D.C. Democrats. Yeah, they come against you. We're going to slap them. But I'm saying they know her everywhere. And I'm sorry, just that podcaster talking about that Texas ain't, like, the Democratic Party ain't trying to win Texas. I don't care what they trying to do. They do what they trying to do. I want Jasmine to win Texas. I don't care nothing about nothing else. You see what I'm saying? No other loyalty. Jason said they not showing up. You just trolling. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm dead now. I can't look it up. My phone dead. You just trolling. Yesterday I looked it up. There was more black voters who showed up and voted in the city of Houston than Republicans. There was more Democratic voters than Republicans. There was more Democratic voters that showed up in the city of Houston in 26, then in 24, then in 20, then in 22. You get the point? And it happened like that in Houston and Dallas. Houston and Dallas, that's half the state's population. You talking about Democratic primary. A bunch of Democrats, the majority, the concentration of Democrats in the state of Texas, in Houston and Dallas. And you have the largest number of showing up in black communities. Who you think they voting for? Y'all gonna find out sooner than later. Mobilize, 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 mobilize. That's all you gotta say. Hey, Jasmine be like the Queen Wizard. She's just going to come out, bro, and she's just going to say to the state of Texas, mobilize. We all know what that means, boy. It's time to get it. We going to see on March the 3rd. All y'all James Tellerico people, you going to say, oh, well, he wasn't supposed to win anyway. You know, he wasn't supposed to win because y'all finna get whooped. This a competition, boy. This is a combat sport. This ain't no beauty pageant. James Tellerico, he gonna go right back to the State House in Austin. All that money he gave the advertising for past March the 3rd, he need to get his money back. He gonna use it to pay off some of his debt anyway. I don't want another Senator John Fetterman coward to have to worry about. Therefore, I support Jasmine Crockett 100% over all contestants. I understand that too. I agree with that too. You trying to run in the middle, you a blue. If you gonna be like Big Bernie. Listen, y'all think Bernie a Democrat. Bernie is an independent from Vermont. So at any time, Bernie could go over to the Republican side. Y'all might think that is like treason, but he's an independent. Don't be a Democrat if you're going to be like Ghost. If you're going to come out here and talk good about Big President T some days, you can't be no Democrat. That's what I'm saying. To me, Tellerico is a guy that'll flip. You could tell he'll flip. Listen, I look, they're saying he's the future. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm hearing stuff from other people. Y'all not seeing all the content I'm seeing. Not y'all, I'm just saying the people talking, they only seeing a piece of the content. I'm saying Smashley, I'm hearing them say Tellerico's the future. He didn't raise 5-10 times more money than her. You getting down to the last 2 weeks, you should be on the, but now he's scrambling. He running out of money, so he pulling the trick at Colbert. I'm not saying that he came out there, he told some big lie, or he committed a crime. He didn't commit no crime. I never said that. The lie he told, I mean, some people might argue that's not really a lie, but it was a falsehood. He was being dishonest. He posted saying the FCC blocked something when they never blocked anything. And I'm saying, to me, even though you could say the technical version of it, he ain't do nothing wrong, it's still like a monkey show, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Like, he doing some theatrics and he get beat and he spent more money, but he the future of the party. That's his character. He's trying to get independents and Republicans when the whole electorate moved to the left. He know the electorate moved to the left. He trying to get independents and Republicans, what? In a Democratic primary with more Democrats than you have Republicans. That's showing me that you don't know. He don't got it going. Come on, guys. Smashley, he's not Mandami. Mandami was outspent 2.5, 3-1 in his primary and his general, and Mandami still won. I'm saying that's not what Tellerico is. He's not the future. He's not the future. He the future of what? He ain't the future of the Democratic Party. Joe Rogan told him he should run for president, and not Tellerico walking around with his head on swole. Well, Tellerico, run for president in 2020, in 2028, and good luck against Gavin Newsom. But you shouldn't have ran for the Senate race. You should have ran for president in 2028. And good luck against Gavin Newsom. Y'all gonna pick Tellerico over AOC, Smashley. Y'all gonna pick Tellerico over VP Harris, Smashley. No. He is not what that is. If he was Mandami, that's what he'd be. Even if he win this primary, he's still gonna lose the general. And if he don't, look how much hair that is. Y'all don't see, look, I'm gonna show you how long the hair is. If Tellerico don't lose the general, if he wins the primary, hold on, let me show you how long this. I've been growing it. I know it look nappy, it's all natural and stuff, but I'm gonna get it right though. You see how long that is, boy? When I get it right, boy, I'm gonna be swinging. It's almost long enough to swing. Look, and I've been growing my hair for 1.5 years. If Tellerico win that general election, I cut it off on live stream for y'all. I cut it all off on the live stream if he win that general. Because I know he is not finna win. He ain't going to beat Jasmine. But he did try to pull a string. Because look, I heard some little podcasters say that like Tellerico, because the little trick he pulled, like he got some kind of advantage over Jasmine. All that did is gave you more money. It made people watch a story, and it got you a few thousand votes. That's it. I don't see a few thousand. So you better be, how about 700,000 votes before that happened? Because if your vote count down in the 300,000-400,000s, I don't see how you gonna win, Mr. Tellerico. I'm gonna just be real with you. We gonna check my numbers. That's what I'm saying. These dudes ain't giving you no numbers. I ain't hating on Roland Martin, but he ain't giving you no numbers. 1.4 million to 2.1 million people gonna show up and vote in the Democratic primary in the state of Texas. He ain't giving you no numbers. He's just giving you opinions. I'm standing on stuff. If you got less than 1.4 million people or more than 2.1 million people vote, you could call me on that. I'm standing on something you could call me on. I'm saying the winner need 800,000 votes to win. That's numbers. I'll be predicting stuff. I'm different from them dudes. They just giving opinions. We don't halfway know if they right or wrong. They not telling us we're gonna win an election or not. They just really calling people stupid. Or dudes saying that you don't need to fight. You proving why Democrats, it's like they don't know the polls. You a Democrat, you don't understand this. That we don't need no hip-hop style fight. Well, the Republicans in the hip-hop style fight. And y'all soft. And the people think y'all soft. And you listening to this dude who Bro, come on, man. You need to move them out the way. This is what you need right here. Because this going to win. This strategy right here going to win, baby. It might take us a long time. We could win together. I'll be down here winning these cases, and you'll be up there in Austin winning going to DC. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, you play Eddie Murphy. Wasn't that Eddie Murphy in that movie? You play Eddie Murphy. Trying to jank. Somebody trying to crack a joke. You play Eddie Murphy. Bro, I just sit like that. Look, you know, I really don't care, bro, because this is mouth who gonna I'll come pull up and take your girl from you. Hey, Smexy, when I see you, listen, I'll pull up and come take your girl from you. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, really, to tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? But I don't care about the little tire I got around. I'll show the tire off. Ask Pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get Pops, why you rub on that belly, boy? You know what I'm saying? That's so, hey, listen, in some cultures, like where they food deprived, this show that I'm not food deprived. You know, this is a sign of wealth in some cultures. You know what I'm saying? Every wealthy man, he got him a little beer keg he carrying around with him. A little bit. All of wealthy men do. Tell me I'm lying. Hey, look though. No, I'm just playing though, but for real though, like man, I'm not like that camera and the way I'm sitting, bro. Really though, like I'm a little overweight, but it's not no nutty professor, bro. You done lost your mind. Hey, this man he went all the way crazy, boy. That's too funny though, man. I love that. Y'all making me smile. We stand on the live stream. Miss Lori done gave us a donation, so we rock it like a cut-off stocking in the penitentiary trying to get ways. Oh boy. Hey, yeah, women like a dad bod. That's true though. Hey, I seen a post said, don't you wish that you were girls in their 20s like you, or something like, bro, you crazy. Like, bro, the girl in her 20s, she gonna pick me over she picked that dude her age 10 out of 10 times. If you had a 27-year-old girl and she had a choice between a 30-year-old and me, she gonna pick me. I'm trying to tell you. Bro, like them girls, they love older guys who older. A woman is looking for a protector and a provider. You see what I'm saying? So that's two things. She not gonna be my woman unless those two things can happen. I could protect and provide. You say, Ghost, you can't provide for yourself. How can you provide? Exactly. So protect and provide. If she already got, she got $500,000, then the providing is already done. So only thing left, I gotta protect her. She gonna be protected and provided for if she got my name on it. One way or the other. She ain't got my name on it, then. Green Gordon says, actually, my goats are walking all over the fences. 2 dogs, okay. Angus says, laughter does the heart merry like medicine. That is so true. Smash, what you said yuck to? What happened? Oh, the goats? That's nasty. Green Gordon says, in and out, nannies are fenced and billy goats, bro. We ain't talking about no billy goats, bro. What? Hey, what's this man trying to talk about some billy goats? I ain't talking about no billy goats, man. McCaster, either you don't know Jasmine's position or you are in a lifetime Republicans. Those two are the opposite. Why you say that, 2 Dubs? Oh, because he said, hold up, I gotta go find out. My boy said he probably said he's gonna vote for that. Hey, we we got a new moderator in the trial. Hey, look, y'all welcome Allcaster. He says, I'm a lifetime Republican. And though not living in Texas, I support Jasmine 1,000%. He said 100. I'm going to say 1,000. Hey, baby girl, we going to build your star. Look, she going to get a bag one way or the other. If she wins Senate, you just going to have to be getting them 2 hours of sleep and just be tired and just suck it up and just go home and help the people, baby. We depending on you like our hero because she going to be our superhero. Jasmine Crockett coming up from the ashes. She our superhero. You feel me? We depending on you, baby girl. Real talk. You got to get you to win. But I'm saying, regardless, she gonna get a big bag now. Nationwide. Yeah, we promote Jasmine all over the country, boy. You know what I'm saying? The ones in all James Tellerico, the reason really he got 85 million views, because they saying he running against Jasmine Crockett. So all the Democrats across America watch that. Because he running against Jasmine Crockett, that's what's making him popular. Who's running against Jasmine? James Tellerico. And they looked at him, and Joe Rogan said, oh, you should run for president. So that went to his head because he a good-looking candidate. He going to run for president. That boy going to get cream crop. He ain't even... Hey, he ain't even go. You know how the Democrats going to have 19 people on that stage. To start off with, 19 people gonna run for president. That's why VP Harris gonna be lead. Because it's gonna be ironic how last time she didn't have name recognition, but this time they're gonna know her and Gavin Newsom over most of everybody else, unless it's AOC. All these people running for president, most people ain't gonna know their name. Real talk. You know they don't know their name. Democrats, you go to some random person and say, who Pete Buttigieg? That's a political thing or a Democrat. Oh, he used to be the transportation secretary. Yeah, ghosts know that because he politics, but a regular, he used to be Notre Dame, South Bend, Indiana mayor. The average person, they not going to know that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So even a name like Pete Buttigieg is an unknown. That's why VP Harris was the vice president, and enough people didn't really know her. That's what I'm saying. So this time it's just ironic when she run. She got the name recognition because she ran against President Trump. So they know her now. They know of her. They know enough about her. It's just going to be how she come out, present herself when she run this time. They know Gavin Newsom, Josh Shapiro. Y'all know Josh Shapiro? Andy Bashir. I'm saying ghosts know these names. Ghosts know these people. Gretchen Whitmer. But I'm saying James Tellerico, you way too soon, my boy. You got to go back down to Texas and put in work. He trying to skip his turn. James Tellerico, you trying to skip your turn. You ain't putting enough work yet. You got to put some work in. You feel me? Look at my boy Caster. You feel me? You feel me? We in here doing a dance for my baby Jasmine this morning. We doing the Jasmine dance, baby. You feel me? Thank you for that donation. We doing the Jasmine dance in here this morning. Hey, Ty's talking about a butt plug, man. Like, come on, man. Who talking about butt plugs, man? Who said that? Oh, Smashley said that. She was just being funny, though. She was just being funny, though. Yeah, man, I don't want to be doing that, though, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know Pete, he probably kind of little, you know what I'm saying? He a little, but, we can't be doing all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the man, he you know, he do what he do. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's just not how I get down. You feel me? I feel what she was saying. I feel what Tage was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we just don't get down like that. Not on Legal Words Live. We don't get down like that, man. But I know, fam, though, but it sound like that, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, we just don't get down like that, though, man. I'm saying you can't unhide somebody that I hide on my channel, man. Real talk. I ain't trying to be mean to y'all, man. I'm trying to be respectful, but we just don't get down like that. You can't, I mean, you ain't gonna just come, bro, like, you know, we've been doing this for so long. You ain't gonna just come in here and say anything. You can't just say anything, man. Them words got meaning. Them words they carry weight. The Bible says, be not hasty to utter anything from your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing about, like, I don't, like, he married to a man. That tell you the whole story about ghosts. He is married to a man. I'm saying that tell you the whole story about ghosts. That tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. I'm not supporting him, but I'm saying I'm not going to be saying some of the stuff. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying P. Buttigieg, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to do that, though. That's all I'm saying. I ain't going to do that, though. If I hide them, though, you can't unhide them, though, man. Don't do that. If I do it, don't do that, man, for real. That ain't how we get down. We ain't getting down like that. I don't believe in disrespect. I don't know how you a black man and you could believe in disrespect. What kind of black person raised you if you believe in this? The black people I raised, it's a penalty that come with disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not into that. I'm not into no disrespect. I couldn't disrespect my drill sergeants. I couldn't disrespect my mama. I couldn't disrespect my preacher. Go to my church and disrespect the preacher. Go up to him and just disrespect him. And see what's going to happen to you. It ain't nowhere I could tolerate, nowhere in my life could I tolerate disrespect. I don't tolerate disrespect, especially not from people who I know is weaker than me. I know if I know you weaker than me, you're not going to never disrespect me to my face. I shouldn't have to tell you that if you're a grown adult. That's not necessary to tell you that. If you grown, don't disrespect me to my face. You're not going to do it. I just don't do disrespect. And that's all it is. It ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing against nobody. I ain't got no hard feelings. I don't feel no kind of way. I've been going through this for I don't know how many years, and I'm callous to a lot of things. I just don't do the disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect you. And I don't tolerate disrespect. Jasmine ain't never heard me say nothing disrespectful about it. And I'm using her name because that's something y'all know. You never heard me say nothing disrespectful about VP Harris. If I don't disrespect people, like who you hear me disrespect, even when I talk about President Trump, it's not disrespect. I'm just talking about stuff he posted. I'm saying he posted the monkey stuff. I'm talking, he said, Graham, I'm just giving comments off of stuff he's saying. I'm not disrespecting nobody though. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do the disrespect. That's the only disconnect is disrespect. I don't do that. at all. For no reason, under no circumstances. But hey, I love y'all though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just real. I'm gonna just be real. That's what real look like. Real ain't pretty, man. It's ugly. It's truth. You know what I'm saying? If you know the real in a lot of situations, bro, it's not a pretty situation. You know? But that's what I try to do, man. I try to give y'all the truth. With love, man, with a heart of love. My heart full of love, but I just gotta do and say what I do. You know what I'm saying? Smash it. I try to be as real as I can be. Just straight up. I just don't do the disrespect. That's all I'm saying. I don't do disrespect. If I don't disrespect, look, Smash it. When they get in here and they get to disrespecting you, I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate it. I'm not for, look, if I'm sitting there clowning, if I'm clowning on you, clowning is clowning. If you mean it as clowning, you mean it as clowning. But I'm saying I'm not going to, like, if I take it as disrespectful or personal, I mean, that's just what that is. I'm saying me, I don't do no kind of disrespect. Somebody clowning on me, they could clown. But if I feel you being disrespectful, I'm telling you, if you a dude, it's dangerous. It's dangerous for you. I'm not a dangerous person. I'm not no killer. But I promise you, I'll beat the snot out of you on the spot. On the spot. That's what I'm saying. We live in a bully-like culture. We live in a culture that like bullying people. I'm just being real. That's the culture we live in. So living in that culture, I'm just telling you how I play with bullies. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to dot your eye. I'm going to embarrass you. That's what I do. And if you're a female, I mean, I just get out the way, I guess. I don't know what I do to females. I just get out the way. I don't see how a female coming at me like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't showing no kind of interest in nothing you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. If I ain't showing no kind of interest in you or nothing like that, I'm just cool. Like, you feel me? Like Miss Lori. Miss Lori, I love Miss Lori. I'm just cool. She know I love her. And I'm cool with her. You see what I'm saying? If you cool, like, I'll be cool on you. But I ain't gonna take no disrespect. I'm not trying, look, I don't need no friends. I come in here speaking, I don't have to be friends. You know what I'm saying? We just on a live stream. I'm not looking for no friends. And then if I was looking for friends, it's not going to be from people who being disrespectful to me. I'm just saying I don't have no desire or longing to, I'm 45 years old. I'm not tolerating no disrespect. Zero. In no situation. You ain't no teaching me nothing. You can't teach me to tolerate disrespect, ever. You will never teach me to tolerate disrespect, ever. In no situations. Work, home, nowhere. I don't tolerate disrespect. Face to face, I'm going to black your eye. The only way you don't get your eye black is because I know you're going to call the police like a little girl. If I think I'm going to get in trouble. Because I don't feel like paying the fines. Other than that, you're not going to disrespect me to my face. You could do or say a lot of things, but I'm not going to tolerate no disrespect. That's the 18th time I said it. So I'm saying, like, if that's understood or known, we should never have that problem again. Ever. Because that's who I am. It ain't nothing gonna change. It ain't nothing you could do. You can't put me in no situation where I'm gonna feel like I need to tolerate disrespect. No situation, ever. For money, for anything. I'm not tolerating it. You can't train me to see, that's what they try to do when they trying to break you down psychologically. That'll never work on me. Ever. I don't need nothing from you. Just don't disrespect me. I'm saying I don't see why that's so hard. It's like Adam. God told him he could do anything in the world, just don't eat of this tree, or like Eve. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, like, you know it wasn't no world. Like, if it was a world, like, I'd be in Bali. He gave me anything. I have 25 million be in Bali on the island with Eve, and we'll just be petting lions and just live in the world in paradise. But instead, he gonna want to do that one thing God told him not to do. I'm saying I'd be cool with you. You could say a lot of things, do a lot. I just don't tolerate. That's where we gonna separate. Is that disrespect? If you a grown person, you know what's disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? You don't do to say disrespectful stuff. Like, just don't do it. It's simple. Or if you do, then you can. You just can't do it around me. No, it's yeah, exactly. It's different. Anything opinions just have respect. You can have different anything. You just gotta have respect. You can't disrespect no but people do that, especially white people. They do that disrespectful stuff. I'm telling you, I knew a white boy. He my own. I call him my homeboy. I call him my friend. Like we for a long time, bro. Like I made music with the boy. Yeah. That boy beat the snot out of his mama. Beat her like she just beat her up. His mama. Beat her up. His mama. One of my homeboy, his mama say something he don't like he the mama. He over there slapping his mama. And see, when you do that in my name, you gonna die. That's almost serious. You gonna die. They'll kill you for that. You slap your mama, you gonna die. That's the difference in communities. Y'all used to that disrespect. I don't understand how y'all black people trying to be too white and y'all trying to act like they act. In our community, you know that disrespect ain't tolerated. I'm gonna take you to the south side of Chicago and I'm gonna give you some people to disrespect. They ain't gonna tolerate that. Let me take you to the south side of Chicago and give you some people to disrespect. Put you in the middle of their neighborhood and just start disrespecting them. Just start janking and clowning on people you don't know. what you think gonna happen to you? Hey, don't do that. We don't disrespect. Like that should be common like sense human. Just don't disrespect people. You feel me? However you feel about what, you just keep it to yourself. Or tell some other people outside of my presence, like you in my face, like that. To me, that's like you trying to play me like I'm soft or something, like I'm you. I'm not you, cause I'm going to dot your I. Sometimes even when I know the police coming, I dot your I. You'll never do that. That's who I used to be. I used to be the soft dude. I ain't no more. I'll break your jaw. That's my next one. Like before I fight, I have a ambition. So the last time I said I was gonna punch a dude in the face. You know what I'm saying? I had the man face bleed. You know what I'm saying? But like this time, I'm gonna hit him with a 2-piece though. This on everything I love, though. I'm gonna hit him with a 2-piece. I'm trying to break like this bone right here. Try to break that bone in that boy's face. I guarantee you, every bone I break, there ain't gonna be no more disrespect. He gonna think twice about saying some disrespectful stuff. I don't do disrespect. I don't know who told you that they could disrespect me, because whoever told you that, they wouldn't do it. I promise you. The one saying he do it to my face, he got put on his back too. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't got lost money, got sued. He ain't trying to do that to my face. That's what I'm saying. They'll tell y'all to do it. Tell them to come disrespect me. Tell them to do it personally. Ain't none one of them, none of them that I know that's doing it, gonna come to my face personally or say or do nothing. So I'm saying, like, why? Like, I don't do, especially a stranger. He got a better chance with one of them doing or saying something. I don't do no disrespect. I don't do that. Like, I let them do that. You go slap your mama. To me, that's like, that's a crazy world. Stealing jewelry. I had another homeboy. He'd steal his grandma jewelry, his mama and them jewelry, and he'd go pawn their jewelry to go get some pills. That's this kind of stuff I'm saying disrespect. You know, well, like I ain't into none of that. You steal from somebody, like you lying to somebody. To me, I take that as disrespect. You lying in my face. You ever heard that? That's disrespect. I don't do none of that stuff that could be considered disrespect. That's why my character is better than a lot of people. But I don't want another. Yeah, but if you're not respecting me, then you're not listening to God. You don't have to listen. You don't have to have respect for me like you do for your mama. But I'm saying, don't come up to me saying some stupid stuff or doing some stupid stuff. Don't do that. I'm saying we grown people. We fully grown. Don't do that. Real talk. I'm just saying, I'm going to get you out the way. I got a cutoff game. Because, see, in my mind, if you disrespecting me, that's showing me your character. If I didn't disrespect you. If I disrespected you, that's different. But if you over here disrespecting me and I've been only nice to you, that's showing me what you are. I don't care why you doing it. That's in your mind and your thing. I got one thing to do to you. I could get money from you. I'm gonna black your eye, or you getting cut off. I just don't live in that world. Let you, whoever live in that disrespect world, that's your world. That's not my world. In my world, we don't disrespect people. So to keep from going to jail, I'm gonna separate from you. Or to keep from getting triggered, I'm gonna separate from you. Because I'm going to still be the same person doing the same thing with the same goals, the same dreams, living the same life. You just come in here, disrespect, and just got cut off. That's it. I don't care if you was my parents, you just get cut off. Ain't nothing changed in my life besides what I'm changing. That's it. I'm just saying, bro, I just be real with people and I be respectful. I ain't gonna say nothing rude. I might jank. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear me janking all the time, but people come at me like that. At 45 years old, like when I just, even if I'm thinking something funny about them in my mind, I'm probably not gonna tell them. I'm not a child, I'm 45, man. So I'm saying for whatever reasons people do what they do, that's on them. You just can't disrespect me. I promise you, because I'm going to cut you immediately. I don't care what it is, I'll cut you immediately. Hey, you better ask somebody that know me now. I'll cut your throat. If it's in the right position, I'm talking about cut it. That's powerful people. I cost you millions. I will cost you millions. For real, because you know me. All I got to say is some words on somebody now. Real talk. And a reverse thing, I don't do that with disrespect, man. No disrespect. Guys, I understand everybody ain't Christians, but I am a Christian. And as a Christian, what I do is I try to reach out. I try to give people love. I try to show them love. I try to reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? Try to tell them that Jesus came to this earth. He suffered, he bled, and he died on the cross for our sins. The blood that Jesus shed on the cross, it washes away our sins. It cleanses us from our sins. You see what I'm saying? I've been cleansed from my sins, man. That's why I'm smiling. You know what I'm saying? People who have been cleansed from their sins, they down there and you could tell. And they'll blame it on this. Oh, I'm doing this because of this. Oh, I'm doing this from the... God said Jesus is the Prince of Peace. I got peace, baby. You understand that? I got peace. It ain't nothing you could say to me. It's like water off my back. Ain't nobody... Like, why I'm going to let some hater say something to me that means something? You can't say nothing to me that means something. As soon as this phone cut off, I got 30 things in my mind that I'm going to do. That ain't got nothing to do with what no hater talk about. So I don't even know what the purpose of them saying it. I guess they just want to flex. But you can flex, you just can't disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And I believe in the blood of Jesus. I believe in the blood. I'll punch you in your mouth and then help you up and feed you, give you a cheeseburger. You need to get punched. If I punched you, you needed every bit of it. I'm telling you, this time when I'm going to come with a 2-piece. I'm talking about one I ain't never seen. You know, usually with a 2-piece, you're going to hit them with a jab first. You know what I'm saying? You probably hit them with, I might do that 2-piece. You know what I'm saying? I might just try to hit that nose pop that nose real quick. You know, just a quick hard little stern, hit that nose real quick. And then I'm going to come back under, though, with that Muhammad Ali burn and try to take your jaw. As somebody know me, you might know me in my 20s. You don't know me right now, though. I promise you that. Real talk, hit them with that 2-piece. That's what we hit them with that Popeye's dinner. That's what we do to that disrespect, bro. I don't do no disrespect, boy. You can't disrespect somebody who gonna beat you up. Why you gonna go pick on Debo? If Debo got a booger in his nose, you ain't gonna tell. Why you gonna go tell Debo he got a booger in his nose? He gonna black your eye. That's what I'm saying. Most of these dudes around here, ain't none of y'all gonna come do or say nothing to me to my face that know me. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's going to happen. And you can laugh at it all you want to, especially when it's somebody else. But when they on your head, though, you ain't going to be laughing. Because they'll get on your head now. It's about respect, baby. That's my time, man. Listen, I'll probably take off Saturday, man. I'll probably take off Saturday. Hey, you could just go make a new YouTube. You see what I'm saying? If it's that important to you and you in this live stream and you saying some stuff, like if it's that important, you can make a new YouTube. It's a lot of people who come in here who will never come in. They just play the wall and listen. Just make a new YouTube profile and just play the wall and listen. If that's the role. But I'm saying, if you comment though, that profile you using, it's going to get blocked if it's disrespectful. I don't do that. The people around me, they going to know. You can't play with me certain kind of ways. You go play with your mama. You play with your girlfriend. You can play with your family members. You can play with a lot of people, but some people you just ain't going to play with. Real talk. If you ain't got nothing to say, you could stay from around me. It ain't going to hurt my feelings. I promise you need me more than you. If I'm talking to you like that, I probably need something from you. Because if I don't need nothing from you, bro, like you, people like my cutoff game, I'm telling you. You ain't never met one like, I've been doing 12 years, bro. I'm comfortable in this. I'm calm in this. And I have anxiety. But I don't get worked up in something I done done 1,000 times. I don't even get worked up no more. I done seen it too much. They did it too much. They talk too much. It don't work no more because they did it too much. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm rambling right now, bro. You know, I'm rambling right now, bro. I'm chilling, man. But though, for real talk, Monday morning, Jasmine for Texas, episode number 8. I might go live. I'm not sure. It's going to depend. But guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, bro. That's my time, man. If I X you out the stream, man, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Just make a fake profile, come back in here, somebody else, and then try to do it again. Yeah, I see. Either tomorrow, I might go live tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, come in here, just chill with y'all. I'll see y'all on Monday. Man, I love every last one of y'all. Smash it. I appreciate the donation. Thank you, Miss Lori. I love you, baby. I'm out, man. I'll see y'all then.